Y'all don't hear us. Pull up a seat and motherfucking listen. Pull up a seat and motherfucking listen.
Pack your bag, time to go home.
Talking crazy on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
This our grind, we outside on it. While y'all fools on the outside looking, y'all show no respect to Black America, so leave.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your disrespect and just fly on.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your disrespect and just fly on.
You landed on the tarmac, fresh off the boat. Talking about y'all building nothing, man, you choking on the note. My ancestors the reason that this country even breathes. Picked the cotton, built the White House, planted the seed. Jim Crow laws, redlined the map, we was the target. You think that struggle's a costume, man, you can't mark it. We fought the wars, we bled the blood, we died for our future's chance. And you come here and give our legacy a side eye while throwing shade on the guard. While you benefit from doors we kicked down with our last breath. Now you spit on the architects who stared down death. Disrespectful, that's disrespectful, ungrateful, a slap in the face to only people who gave a fuck. So let me show your ungrateful ass to the right place.
Pack your bags, time to go home.
Talking crazy on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
This our ground and we outside on it. While y'all fools on the outside looking, y'all show no respect to Black America, so leave.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your disrespect and just fly on.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your disrespect and just fly on.
Passport, the visa, the privilege to be here. Cause my grandma did march for y'all, so disappear from our land. You cosplaying our pain. Think it's a trend you can borrow, but you ain't inherit the ghosts of our sorrow. We the foundation, the bedrock, the soil, and the root. You not no branch on our tree, and unproductive people always cosplaying me.
Talking about we ain't do nothing, you lost your mind. We built this from nothing, time after time.
From the beginning to now, we been the backbone and muscle. Why you look down on the struggle and cause a whole tussle? The energy sky was discussing it's whack. So let's make it clear, there's no turning back.
This land is paid for in full.
In blood, sweat, and tears, and dreams deferred.
You don't get to come into a house we built from the dirt and telling Black America y'all ain't worth nothing. That's a violation, facts.
Pack your bags, time to go home.
It's our soil on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
Show respect, this our ground, y'all just tenants on a leash.
Or get the step.
Show no respect to Black America, so leave.
Don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, taking your business, I can just fly on.
Don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, taking your business, I can just fly on.
Yeah, fly little birdies.
Fly on back to where you came from.
This ain't for you. The cell is sacred.
We said what we said.
It's time
For y'all to go home. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Fly far, far away from here. Bye bye, little birds.
They thought we forgot, but we never forget. ones for the rules. We built this land from dust and tears for 100 years, and we still here. They write new rules, but they don't see every freedom they got came off you and me. We planted seeds, they took the bloom. We lit the flame, they left the room. But we back now, no disguise. The spirit's woke, we realize all we want is what we earn. That sweat and blood, yeah, that table turn. You can't buy culture, can't fake that vibe. This is our day, this is our ride. We FBAs. Say it loud, say it strong. We the heartbeat that's been there all along. Foundation of Black Americans, stand tall. We ain't begging for nothing, we built that all. Born from pain and grace, you can see the truth written in our face. We the soul, the sound, to fight the flame. Foundational Black Americans, say our name. They love our rhythm, but they dodge our blues. Use our voice when it fits their news. They take our sound, but not our scars. We the backbone, we the scars. Now the veil is gone, the mask is clear. We see the game, we know what's here. No more silence, no more lies. We lift that flag and watch it rise. Rise up, rise up. We the ones that made this nation breathe. Our pain to the power, our roots are trees. We know worlds. It's rhythm and grace, shout, and now we reclaiming our rightful place. Can't copy courage, can't steal pain. You can't inherit soul by changing names. Our story ain't done, it's the revival. We guard the gate, it's about survival. We FBA, say it proud, say it loud. The world dances on what we vow. Foundational Black Americans, still we stand, still we fight, still we demand. Every block, every song, we've been right here all along. The soul of a people strong and free. Foundational Black Americans. We the first, we the rule, we the fire. Still rising, still here. Foundational Black American.
We set the tone and they copy the cadence. Dance to our drums and deny the foundation. Wear the style but don't honor the source. Smile in the crowd and you distance and force. Say you not us but you rap like we breathe. Take the rhythm, then fuse the receipts. I ain't mad, I'm just holding the glass. Showing the mirror, now answer it back. I ain't here to cancel nobody. Just keep it honest, keep it solid. If you eat from the table we built, don't act surprised when we guard it. Do you like that? Do you like that? When I flip your sound and I ride like that. Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Cause that's how it feel when you borrow my culture. Then act like we never matter. Hip-hop.
Mike Larry. Now this shit here, it's what I see it is.
We're not fighting your battles. We're not carrying your fear. We're not lending our history to people who erased us while we were here. Just cause you're born here, don't make you FBA. That makes you a citizen, learn the difference today. This is lineage, not a look you can wear. Not a costume you borrow when it benefits you there. You used our culture like an access card. Backstage pass, a straight facade. But now the mirror's in your face, no disguise. And you're uncomfortable looking truth in the eyes. We didn't leave our land
to beg for a chance. We stayed, we fought, we took every advance. That's the separation, that's the line you cross. We paid the price, you learned the cost. You waving your flag on our soil, but fighting not to go back home. Waving your flag on our soil, building comfort on a foundation you didn't own. We waving our flag, red, black, and gold. Stood our ground, never sold. You waving your flag on our soil, but scared to build what you claim you love. Our humor, our style, the way we move, the smoothness, the sound, the things we prove. Music we birth, language we shape, innovation forged under constant escape. Warrior spirit means stay and defend, not flee your land and rewrite the end. You call it success, but don't confuse the two. Ease came after what we went through. You abandoned your land and called it strategy. You wave that flag loud, but won't return to build your legacy. That contradiction tells the story for you. You waving your flag on our soil, or fighting not to go back home. We waving ours where we were forged, every inch earned, every brick known. We can't be deported, and that truth changes everything. We can't be deported, and that truth changes everything. We know who we are, and now we see who you are too. Just because y'all born here doesn't make you FBA at all. It makes you an American citizen. It's biologically impossible to be us, because it's a lineage, not some damn costume you can just put on to look cool. You immigrants and immigrant Americans has used our culture as an access card, a backstage pass to our culture. Now y'all have to look in the mirror. Our sense of humor, the aesthetics, mannerisms, the style of dress, the smoothness, the creativity, our genres of music, innovativeness, our slang, our warrior spirit by staying on our homeland and fighting and not fleeing to somebody else's land to beg for a better life and shit on the very people who fought to have us there. That's who we are. And we know who the hell y'all are waving your flag on our soil and fighting to make sure y'all don't go back.
You can't leech off our culture anymore. Beat it!
Mike Larry, man, you did it again. We really making history. Let's go. Do you like that? Do you like that? Flip your sound, how you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Say it loud, don't walk it back. Do you like that?
Do you like that?
You grew up mimicking us, now y'all switch it up. Turn the carbon copy, y'all ain't black, what the fuck? It's funny y'all connecting to our culture like it's Wi-Fi. Surfing on our waves of our culture, no more agua. Still in my culture for all these years. Look how time flies, all these colonizers in the skies. Y'all hate, y'all still hate us outside. Study doctor, vampires, it's the blood of our guilt. They copy the flavor, sip the juice, love the results, hate the truth. Who? Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Flip your sound, how you like that? Do you like that? Democratic shields, talking points, the road they fill. Fish and chips, agent on the mic, judging FBAs, but ain't you half white? Talking like you one of us, we need a proof face. The agent type with a prune face, like 50 and Jim, it's a cold game. Throwing stones cause we built our own lane. I'm joking, kinda, but I mean it. Smile calm, pressure intact. Y'all proud where y'all from, where they flag, beat they drum. But when it's us, tone switch fast. Same pride, but it's too much. FBA pride, lineage solid. You can't put this on, can't try it on. Built here, stayed and fought, that's the difference. That's the car. Do you like that? Do you like that? Say it clear, don't twist the facts. Do you like that. Point made. No edit. No care.
You know, erasing history is something that you have to do when it comes to conquest, domination, and destroying a people. If people knew who they were, and what they were capable of in the past, they will understand what they have a possibility or a likelihood of doing in the future.
Foundation of Black Americans, we've always had a culture of resistance. We cultivated a culture of resistance on this land, and we've been resisting ever since we've encountered European domination.
But nothing was really popping in Europe until the transatlantic slave trade, and that's where they amassed a lot of wealth.
One thing that I think is unique about our culture as far as how we resist, how we fight back, is just the environment we were put in from day one. Being only 13% of the population, the white supremacists were very meticulous about keeping that population at a certain amount.
There was never a period when we did not resist the encroachment of the white man.
They have a natural behavior of authority no matter where they go. That's why they'll step up in front of us in the line at the store. We're not important. They don't even see us.
We've never been able to excel. We've never been able to relax. We've never been able to just be, which means that existence is resistance.
It must be something in our DNA, our historical background, to when something doesn't sit right with us, especially spiritually, in our souls and in our spirit, we just say no.
We live resistance. You know, from the moment we're born, we're in resistance. And it's handed down generation to generation.
And so I think that cultural resistance is actually in our DNA, in our epigenetics, and then it blossoms out into the culture.
So there's almost nothing in America that we do, from song to dance to politics to the way we talk, the way we dress, having coded languages considered to be slang today. Everything about Black American culture is a form of resistance.
Of course, they want to always downplay our contributions to the global tapestry because they continue to act like our number one export in this country is not Black innovation.
Everyone understands that our resistance has been the cornerstone of what foundational Black Americans have always done. We are the life that breathes everything into this nation.
The further back you go, the further Black you go. It's just simple like that, brother.
Introducing the B1 Rolodex, the easiest way to search for and support FBA and B1 businesses. Hundreds of entries from the Black grassroots for the Black grassroots. Free to use, free to download, constantly updated. Trouble navigating the document? Try using the map version. Notice a business missing? Use this simple Google form to submit an FBA or B1 business. Also submit anti-Black businesses, which are now being collected in that last tab. Find resources, contact numbers, and much more using the second tab. All the info you need to start practicing group economics today. Go to blacktruthunited.com. That's blacktruthunited.com.
Greetings, Black family, greetings. And thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Frontline Black News. I'm your host, Chan Crumman. I think I'm going to be solo dolo tonight, but we'll see. I might be joined with our other host, Lady Che, and I might be joined with our West Coast correspondent, Shabaka San Corey. That's Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, which we just did. So hopefully he'll join us. And on this season 6, episode 25, Part 3, continuation of the Frontline Black News. We'll be discussing several topics we didn't get to in Part 3. And that is The dump, as in human shit, and we want to make that perfectly clear, says he doesn't even think Americans struggling financially he doesn't even think about Americans struggling financially due to the Iran war. Then we got Louisiana State Representative C. Denise Marcelle cries over voting rights. You're just crying because you're about to lose your job. Representative C. Denise Michelle. Then FBAs don't cry, we fight. That's right. FBAs don't cry, we fight. That's right. FBAs call out hypocrisy from politicians and immigrants. Our DNC Shills, the new civil rights leaders. Oh my God. Charleston White disses Black Americans and spreads lies after being proven wrong. Tap dances. That's what a snitch does. Then is Chud the builder taking his antics to other cities? Yeah, I wish he would go to Memphis with that bullshit. Then we got Myron Gaines fan upset because Tariq won't debate Myron for free. I don't blame Tariq. Don't debate these clowns for free. You already debated him, Sneeko, and what's that other clown's name? It was another clown that he had battled. But the hell with them. They're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay to debate us. Then illegal migrant news, the Unhoused neighbor news, and the local Denver/Aurora news. And we are based out of East Denver, North Aurora, Colorado. Get a news from the front line and Black first perspective. We are part of the New Blacc Media and also the signal boosters of the New Blacc Media. We have been around for 11 seasons. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced has been around for 11 seasons. Frontline Black News has been around for 6 seasons now and counting. And we have several platforms that are part of the Frontline campaign. Frontline Black News is the first one, which started back in 2020, 2021. And Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, which we just had, is based off the 50th anniversary of the original founding of the founding of the original Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. We started on Blog Talk Radio back in 2016 and have been around for 11 seasons now. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced covers the Black experience from the beginning of time until 10 minutes ago, and is also part of the Frontline campaign and has recently, within the last 2 to 3 years, moved from Blog Talk Radio to StreamYard. Please make sure y'all like and share the broadcast. Please join us on StreamYard, YouTube, Frontline Black News. The links to all of our channels are in the description, including, they mad Tariq. Already dust them off exactly, fresh. They just don't know when to quit. So make sure y'all subscribe to all our platforms, Frontline Black News, Frontline Black News 2, our backup channel. Definitely make sure y'all subscribe to Frontline Black News 2. Just in case it's hard to take Frontline Black News down again, we have backup. Then we got my personal page, Jesse Parrish, aka Chan Kruma. That's how we stream all the city council meetings and local city council for Denver and Aurora, and the local Denver Black events in Denver and Aurora, and the community events in Denver and Aurora. And then we got Lady Chase Seduction Doll channel. Yes, Amaru, we all hear you. The B1 kittens are up. Lady Chase Seduction Doll channel. Make sure y'all sub to that. She's almost at 50 subscribers, so let's make her get 50 tonight on that channel. Then we got her main channel, the RBA. Make sure y'all sub to that. The Revolutionary Agenda. She's about at 78 subscribers, so let's make her get 100 tonight. And then we got Shabaka's YouTube channel, Janet 1. Make sure y'all sub to that so Shabaka can start going live on YouTube. I think he needs about 12 more subscribers and he can start going live on YouTube. And then we got Jay Militant, What's Cracker TV with Jay Militant, our cousin, our local out the Bay Area. Make sure y'all sub to his channel, What's Cracker TV with Jay Militant. Then we got our brother Kukizi, who was with us earlier for Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Kukizi 5100. Make sure y'all sub to that. Shout out to the Bell side. Then we got Breeze Omega, a brother out of Virginia by way of New York. Make sure y'all sub to his channel, Breeze Omega. He should be joining us as well. We'll see. He'll probably at work. But check him out. He's heavy and he just surpassed 1,000 subscribers. Then we got our brother Church of Black Power, who's originally from Watts, California, the Jordan Downs to be exact, and is now in Houston, Texas. Make sure y'all sub to his channel as well, Church of Black Power. He just surpassed 3,000 subscribers, so salute to him. He shows us love, so we definitely show him love back. Then we got Torian Rain Reloaded, a brother out of the DMV area who is almost at 80,000 subscribers, so salute to Torian. He put Lisa Cabrera on, so big salute to him. And I was chopping it up with him this past weekend. What else we got in here? We got Savage in the building. Salute. Savage Sab in the building. Make sure I sub to his channel too. Sab Lokes Hood Tales. Then we got our brother Black Truth United, who's been on hiatus but did come up with the B1 Rolodex, which is a modern day green book for FBA and B1 businesses alike. Then I just played the ad for the Rolodex, and the link to the Rolodex is in the description as well. Make sure y'all submit those businesses and check out the Rolodex. Then we got counsel the Congressional Black Caucus and create a foundational Black American caucus. Long overdue. The link to that is also in the description. Then we got Take Action Now, Sister Brooks Call to Action out in New York. Submit those letters and those emails so we can get that Freemansboro off the ground in New York State and get them reparations checks coming to the Black New Yorkers, of which a lot of my family are Black New York freemen, so they would be eligible for that. Then we got Support Lady Chase GoFundMe. The link to that is also in the description. Donate to that if you haven't already. And then we got my political page, my campaign page, rather. Support me, Jesse Parrish, for House District 8, House of Representatives. That's the East Side, Park Hill, and Central Park. It's the neighborhoods that encompass my district. And to support that campaign, the link to the website is in the description. And then donate to the campaign. You can also donate directly off the website to the campaign. Then we got copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And I do not own the rights to the music. And if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else you think you understand will only confuse you. In all 9 or 10 areas of human and people activity, and that is economics, that is education, that is entertainment, that is labor, that is law, that is politics, that is religion, that is sex, and that is war. In all 9 or 10 areas, and some say health and nutrition, in all 9 or 10 areas of human or people activity, and that was by Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., who transitioned exactly a year ago at the age of 95, ProduceJustice.com. In other words, Black family and other family listening, we want to replace this global, wicked, vile, evil system with a system of justice, which guarantees that nobody's mistreated and those that need the most constructive help get it in a constructive manner. So those, that's what it is. So ProduceJustice.com. And then we got when a Black person is captured by any race soldier, you must never fuss, fight, or flee. Comply and defend yourself in court, also by Neely Fuller Jr., ProduceJustice.com. And last but certain not least, we got racism, white supremacy, which is the only racism that exists. There's not multiple forms of racism. There's only one, and that is racism, white supremacy. And it is conscious and subconscious behavior to maintain white genetic survival, to prevent white genetic annihilation. And that was by Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, our master teacher, our master scholar, kicked open the door for Black psychology. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, she would have been 90 as of a month ago. She passed away when she was 80 here in Colorado, as a matter of fact. And shout out to our FBA brother, Tariq Nasheed, for paying for her funeral, along with several others. So those are the topics. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. All right, y'all. So I'm going to hop right into it with Trump. Trump says he doesn't even think about Americans struggling financially due to the Iran war. So I believe it's Uncle Phil going to give us an update on that. Shout out to Uncle Phil. Share my screen. Get straight to it, man. All right, here we go. So I'm going to give us an update on that. Trump, aka the dump as a human shit, and we want to make that perfectly clear, says that he does not care about Americans struggling financially as a result of the Iran war.
Today, Trump said something that a lot of people, I don't know if you knew he said this, but to the people that, really is MAGA and support him and say he's going to do the best thing for you, right now, a lot of people dealing with gas prices, rent is going up, food is going up, everything is going up in this country. A lot of people are struggling. People are canceling vacations. People are, not taking flights like they used to because it was so expensive. So you can't even drive because the gas price is high, right? Because you say, maybe I'll drive and save some money, but no, you're not going to save money whatsoever. But in the midst of all of this situation, I want you to hear what Trump says when he's asked a question about your finances as Americans. Let's go ahead and check that out.
When you're negotiating with Iran, Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all. That's the only thing that matters.
Now, we know as Black Americans, right, that they never cared about our financial situation at all. So this isn't shocking that he's saying this, but white America, let me talk to you, kind of like how Bernie Mac used to do, talking about white America. It's quite interesting how every day you're being put in the same position like Black America has been put in this country. For years, they never cared about our finances, if we get any jobs, if we can get some businesses. They sure didn't care we lost our jobs. They didn't care about the food prices in our neighborhoods or the type of food they'll put in our neighborhoods and areas. They wouldn't care about dropping off a bunch of migrants in our community. They didn't care about any of that. And now this man, Donald Trump, says he can care less about you suffering financially. And for him to say that openly in front of everybody, nobody, forced him to say what he's saying, that should come pretty shocking to you as white Americans. But as Black Americans, that's been the policy of the U.S. government for us forever. See, all this stuff that Donald Trump is doing and the Republicans and all of this, listen, all this is nothing to us. Trying to take rights away. They've been taking rights away from us. Not caring about our finances. When have they ever cared about Black finances? The only time they care is when we start doing well. That's when they care. But if we don't have anything, we're broke as a joke, they cool. They can care less about it. And now you have been put in the same position as how we as Black Americans have been put into, the same exact position. How does that feel, knowing that the guy that a lot of you supported, you went to his rallies, you wore his hats, you swore up and down by the man, and for him to turn around and say he can care less about you struggling financially because all he cares about is his foreign war that he started with his friend Netanyahu over there? They started that war with Iran. Iran didn't go shoot no missiles or do nothing to the United States at all, or neither they do anything to Israel. They didn't do anything. And yet the American people are dealing with the blowback of that particular issue. But I just want y'all to hear, what's your position? See, every single day that I'm noticing white Americans, you're starting to get a taste of what Black America have been dealing with in this country. Every time I'm looking up, you're losing jobs, just like we lost jobs. Your finances is not right. A lot of you upset, you're struggling, just like Black people for a very long time. You feel like you're not being heard. Nobody's caring about you, just like Black Americans. right? Just like us as Black Americans. Nobody cares about us. They don't care about our health care. Look at what they tried. Look what how they cut all the situation with the health care. And it's going to close a lot of hospitals in a lot of the rural areas that white people live in. They never cared about the hospitals. We've had certain hospitals in our areas. We know, hey, don't go to that hospital. You may not come out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of hospital that's been in our areas. But these people have been in the position now they don't even care nothing about you at all. At all, they don't care about you. And that don't even make any kind of sense. You think, why would they treat me this way? Whatever. They've been treating Black people this way. And here's the thing. A lot of you didn't even care. You're like, I don't care. They're lazy anyway. That's how a lot of you were saying about us as Black people. We were telling you, hey, this government, man, they don't care. This government is cutting programs. This government's not doing this, not doing that. The whole time you had negative things to say about Black Americans when we have been warning and talking about these issues happening to us forever. And now it's happening to you and you can't say anything because you applauded the government, right? You applauded them for cutting things for Black people. They cut SNAP. Then everybody found out you're the main one on SNAP, not us, you. And they cut that. But you were cool with it because when you thought that Black people was the number one receiver of SNAP, oh yeah, cut it. And now you need SNAP right now more than ever, and a lot of it's been cut. See, I told y'all so many times that everything y'all try to do to Black people, I mean everything. Everything. It's always going to come back on you. If you'd have done right by God's children, if you'd have heard Black Americans when we told you the issues and problems, and say, you know what? Let's fix this because you know what? It's not that I care so much about Black people, but the fact is, if we don't help them, then it may turn on us one day. But no, you're like, let them. That's good. They don't need nothing, no way. They're lazy, right? They're criminals. They this and that and the third. Well, now you have been put in the same position, and no one's going to come save you because you was applauding the government doing it to us. So they got a green light to do it to you. You know why? Because in your European history, they never liked any poor white person. Only the elites, like Donald Trump, he's in the elite class. They only like each other. They don't like the poor white people. And unfortunately, the poor white people have voted for the billionaire class in your community to receive more power and more money. Yet you would benefit even more on those programs that you says that Black people need to be off of and you need to cut it. They don't make sense. You have hurt yourself in this country. And it's just getting started, baby. More of it is coming too. And you're going to lament to say, and you're going to say, why did we not say nothing about this when it was happening to Black people? Why? They're putting these AI data centers in your area. You're talking about your power bill then went up. You're talking about how the water getting messed up. This is what a lot of white people are saying. Okay? This is what y'all saying. Well, when they put all these refineries in our area, releasing chemicals and all different things in our area, we preached and screamed about that too. You did not care. You did not care at all. Okay? You didn't. So since you did not care, now they don't want to hear nothing from you because you were cool with environmental racism as long as it happened to us. But now it's happening to you. It's not racism, but it's happening to you. And now you got a problem. This is why, once again, take this as a lesson learned. Whatever happens to Black people, what happened to you? Maybe you should just do right by Black people and it'll be better for you. See, the more and more you're against us with reparations and all of that, the more things are just going to be against you too. Have y'all not figured out we live in the same country? So if something happens to us, you think it's never going to trickle back to you? That's y'all biggest issue and problem. You never wanted Black people to have free health care, so you never supported it because we gonna get it. And you need free health care more than anybody else right now. And you don't have it. You know why? Because you don't want Black people to get it. Maybe y'all need to reassess all the moves y'all been making all these years to support harming Black people. And then now you look at yourself right now and how you're being hurt and harmed by this same government. I would not want to be you. I'll be honest with you, because I would be so upset because this community, your community, supported not even getting free health care, not standing up against mass incarceration, not standing up against environmental racism, not standing up against anything. And now it's all hitting you. Nobody's going to say anything about it at all. I'm sure not going to complain about it because you didn't stand up for us. So why should any of us stand up for you?
Right. Exactly, Uncle Phil. And them chickens is definitely coming home to roost. All right, cuz environmental racism is for us. It's environmental terrorism to them. Exactly. And we got Kahari in the building. We are at 444. Let's make it 500 tonight. Yep. They didn't believe us. They didn't want to hear us when we was telling them, hey, man, this could happen to you. Oh, no, this never happened to us. Okay. Y'all vote the orange man in. Now y'all got voter remorse. Y'all don't even want to talk about it no more, but that's who y'all voted in. So now we got to deal with these goddamn tariffs. We got to deal with these high-ass gas prices. We got to deal with these high-ass food prices. Exactly. Let's go. I sent you the link, Kahari, if you want to join me. But yeah, I'm not even surprised that Dump would say that. He don't care about people struggling financially after he done started a war, after he said he wasn't going to start no more wars. Well, you dumpsters, you only have yourselves to blame for this. Because majority of white people voted for Trump. So majority of Latinos voted for Trump. So this ain't got shit to do with black people. Black people didn't vote for that fool. Not in those numbers. Now, there was some black people that voted for him, but not like the Latinos. Not like the Latinos and not like the whites. So this is all on y'all. Okay, Kahari. Yep, they still ignoring their brown and LGBTQ threats. Yep. Exactly, Jesse. I hope they heard him loud and clear too. I hope so. I can only hope. And I got you another day. Okay, Kahari. All right, I was going to talk about this too. Black farmers. It's kind of off topic though. But how long is this video? 15 minutes. I guess we could talk about it real quick. So, exclusive update. Black farmer files lawsuit after white family steals land, allegedly. So, Rashad gonna give us an update on that.
Update. Remember the farmer that we had on the program who had land taken, allegedly, and was evicted or moved off of his property. We talked to him. Because of that coverage, he now has an attorney. And here's the update. Let me remind you of the story. Here it is.
Do you guys remember Derek? He was the kid that got his property, his farm, stolen by this white family. The family's name was the Hardys, and Derek was really good friends with them through the church. They ended up buying this home together, and then the lady who he was doing business with ended up transferring everything into Derek's name. Well, later on, there was that went down, and the family ended up moving into Derek's house because he was trying to help them. Well, they ended up taking over his home and basically kicking him out of the house. But because the family had all these connections to the judge and the police and all these things, they ended up taking his house. And you guys remember this plane crash that just happened in Covington, Georgia, right? You won't believe it if I told you, but it's right there. James and Janet Hardy are the couple who stole that boy's house. They were the couple that died on that plane after it took off.
You cannot, as much as you don't want me to be a resident here, I am. You can't get over that. I am a resident. I am.
I am a Morgan County resident, and you cannot get over that. Would you like to go ahead? I mean, this is my home, and this is my home. Hey, everybody, I'm getting ready right now. I'm here at my home in Morgan County, Georgia, that I have the deed to. That's my residence that I have a Supreme Court ruling to. That my cars are registered. That my license is to. I think last year you still have my license. No, I got it back. Okay, so you did. Okay, here we go. That my license are registered. And this officer is going to tell me that I don't live in my own home. We've been through this time and time again.
Well, at this point, listen, I'm going to issue a warning, okay? And then we're going to have you vacate today. There has to be a court order to say that they're evicted from here before you can come back. So you're moving the residents. So you're moving me out of my home. They're the residents. I'm the resident. They've been staying here daily. I don't have to. What law says I got to be in my sleep in this bed every night? What law? What law says I can't sleep? What law says I can't handle business in another city? Are you going to sign these? If I don't sign it, you're taking me to jail, right? If I don't sign this, you're taking me to jail. If you sign a refusal, you're still going to have to leave the property. And if you don't leave after that point, once I sign these all as a refusal, yes, we will.
We have a major update. Put it up for a mass. If you recall, Tariq Williamson is the person in that video. He has now officially retained legal counsel, and the name is a familiar name. Attorney Walt Bernard has stepped in to lead the defense. Many of you remember Bernard from our previous coverage. In 2023, he was arrested in his own home and brought to court in shackles to settle a rent dispute involving his business. He alleged he was coerced into a settlement under the threat of continued jail time, a battle he is still fighting today. So now you have a, quote, sweeping federal civil rights lawsuit that has been filed in the United States District Court of the Middle District of Georgia against Morgan County, Georgia. Multiple judges, sheriff's deputies, and private corporate entities alleging a coordinated campaign to unlawfully dispossess the young Black entrepreneur from his $3.2 million farm and destroy his animal-to-animal related businesses. If you recall, when we interviewed Mr. Williamson, he explained the matter thoroughly. He talked about his ministry utilizing animals, farm animals, in order to provide therapeutic healing for individuals, his love for the land, and also the legalities or the protocol as to how he obtained the property. Okay, there's more. The lawsuit filed on behalf of Mr. Tariq Williamson and his two companies, the Way Dynamic Animal Therapy Encounters, Inc., operating as the ARC, and Paramount Wildlife Incorporated, seeks in excess of $5 million in damages for constitutional violations, including deprivation of property without due process, malicious prosecution, First Amendment retaliation, violation of the Free Exercise Clause, and a conspiracy driven by racial animus. Now, for us to understand this case, and I encourage everyone to go back and watch the interview he gave us at Indisputable, because it was an interesting interplay of police officers or deputies seemingly acting as civil court enforcers, when a cop will tell you quickly they enforce criminal matters, not civil. And there was no court order against Mr. Williamson that they were carrying out. However, they acted as if they were mediators of a civil dispute in the video that we have. There's more. Mr. Williamson purchased 40 acres, or a 40-acre farm, in a place called Newborn, Georgia. This was in June 2021 to operate the ARC, a faith-based animal therapy ministry and exhibition business. Additionally, Mr. Williamson purchased the farm to operate Paramount Wildlife, a nonprofit native wildlife rehabilitation sanctuary. The property was gifted to Mr. Williamson's ministry, named after the biblical way, which is in John 14:6, and Noah's Ark, which is found in Genesis 6-9. The lawsuit alleges that the defendant's destruction of the ministry also violated the free exercise clause of the First Amendment. The 11th Circuit has repeatedly held that the ongoing deprivation of constitutional rights constitutes irreparable harm. Every day that Mr. Williamson is barred from his ministry's property and denied access to the animals through which he practices his faith constitutes an ongoing, irreparable burden on his religious exercise. Furthermore, the ongoing deprivation of real property is inherently irreparable. Every day that plaintiffs are barred from their $1.4 million farm, the property is subject to waste, deterioration, and unauthorized use by third parties. So according to the suit, despite him holding clear legal title, this was later confirmed by Rockdale County Superior Court based on their ruling. Mr. Williamson was still forcibly removed from his own land. This was April 2022. Morgan County Chief Judge Connie Holt, who allegedly exceeded her authority, statutory authority, by using a, quote, good behavior bond hearing to effectively evict him. The lawsuit alleges that upon learning Mr. Williamson, a black man, owned the property, the judge, Judge Holt, expressed surprise that, quote, this black man owned all this land, end quote. Following the unlawful eviction, the complaint alleges that Mr. Williamson's former business partner, Nicole Canoy, acting through her corporate entities, Wildlife Critter Circle of Life Rehabilitation Center, Inc., and Animals on Set, Inc., conspired with occupants to steal and sell numerous animals, according to the allegation. The defendants also stole specialized infrastructure belonging to Paramount Wildlife, including 8-foot privacy fencing, medical supplies, and veterinary equipment, rendering the nonprofit unable to complete its state permitting process. The corporate defendants, which supply animals for Georgia's film and television industry, are named in the lawsuit under state RICO conversion and civil theft claims. Here's the consequence. So the ARC's 3 faith-based animal therapy ministry and USDA pending animal therapy exhibition business was destroyed. Paramount Wildlife's native animal sanctuary was rendered inoperable. Numerous animals were stolen according to the suit, sold or slaughtered by defendant according to the suit and her corporate entities. And Mr. Williamson continues to be responsible to pay $2,404 monthly mortgage on a property that he cannot access. Once again, this is the lawsuit. The allegation is spelled out. There's a lot more. Remember, this story was so extreme that individuals assume, some people assume that something else must be happening. There has to be another issue. There has to be some paperwork we're not aware of. Well, remember, Rockdale County, which is basically in the metropolitan area of Atlanta, Rockdale County judge made a ruling that illustrated he clearly has the title. Okay? There's more in the lawsuit. The lawsuit also details severe First Amendment retaliation. After Mr. Williamson took to social media to expose the corruption, the judge, who is being accused of overstepping her authority, Judge Holt, filed a personal stalking TPO against Mr. Williamson. Superior Court Judge Stephen A. Bradley granted the TPO, explicitly ordering the removal of social media posts critical of the judge, a government employee. When Mr. Williamson attempted to return to his property, he was arrested on a retaliatory obstruction charge that was ultimately completely 100% dismissed because of insufficient evidence. Now, you have somebody who decided to utilize their voice, which they have the constitutional right to do, criticize the government. A judge is the government. That judge takes out a TPO. Another judge of a higher court grants the TPO. All of a sudden, Mr. Williamson gets arrested for obstruction. It gets dismissed because there's no evidence of obstruction. There's more. To this day, Mr. Williamson remains barred from his property while continuing to remain responsible for the money, $2,404 a month. The lawsuit seeks immediate injunctive relief to restore his possession of the farm and accounting of all stolen animals and compensatory and punitive damages for the destruction of both businesses. When Mr. Williamson was on the program, I inquired about the injunctive order. He said very clearly that the individuals involved are basically in a conspiracy, according to him, that he can't get injunctive relief because the judges are coordinating. He made these allegations. And also, many of the attorneys, according to the record that he provided, they were, let's just say, hesitant to get involved in that good old boy system of Morgan County. There's more. The relief that Mr. Williamson is seeking, compensatory damages, award compensatory damages to plaintiffs in an amount to be determined at trial, but no less than, well, there you have it, $3 million for the loss of property, destruction of business, loss of animals, loss of income, mortgage payments, physical injury, and severe emotional distress. Punitive damages, that means punishment. Award punitive damages against the individual defendants and their individual capacities in the amount to be determined at trial, but no less than $5 million to punish them for their malicious, willful, and reckless disregard for plaintiff's constitutional rights and to deter similar conduct in the future. And then you have something called declaratory relief. Declaratory relief, injunctive relief, attorney fees and costs, civil theft damages, pre and post judgment interest, other relief, grant such other and further relief as the court deems just and proper. It's a thorough suit. It's a thorough suit, and it's one of those lawsuits where you can clearly see counsel is unafraid of connecting the dots. I know many attorneys would have said, no, let's not name the judge. Let's not include the issue about the TPO. It's not material to the, but it is. It's all material because it speaks to a potential conspiracy. And if that's the claim, you have to make the claim plain. And that's what this lawsuit is doing based on the allegation. Now, if you would like to assist, support Derek's legal fees and animal sanctuary, he's hosting a fundraiser on May 23rd in Lake Vernon, Georgia. All right. You have the information there. Make sure you take that information, provide what help you can. We are looking forward to having him back on the program to do an exclusive interview update of this story.
So black farmers just can't get a break, y'all. So shout out to this black farmer for filing this lawsuit after a white family tried to steal his land. Now, we done covered here in Colorado situation with the Maoris and what they've been going through. And now in the state of Georgia, we got a black man that was removed from his land unlawfully or lawfully because the judge allowed the shit. And now he is having to sue them for $3 million. So hopefully he gets paid. But we'll keep y'all updated on that. But that is not what I wanted to discuss. So where is this damn queue at that I had set up? I want to get to the situation down in Louisiana I wish our brother, Mr. Anderson, would tap in. He's down there in Sweetport. Uncle Phil will give us an update on Louisiana State Representative C. Denise Marcelle cries over voting rights. FBAs don't cry, we fight. So we think she might be a tether or something sitting up here crying. What y'all crying about? Y'all had 20 plus years to do something about this, and y'all just sat on your hands and did for any and everybody else. So you only have yourselves to blame for this demo rats. Get down, Amaru. The B1 kittens is real.
So you can't believe nothing they tell you, okay? You can't believe a thing these people tell you, okay? Because they cannot follow it. They tell you about, oh, well, merit, and you need to get things by merit. They have never earned a thing by merit, okay? Never. They believe in nepotism.
Yeah, he's right.
They believe in favoritism, and none of that shows merit. None of it. It doesn't show experience, merit. It doesn't show anything that they're doing, okay? So the first step to mental liberation, I'm going to say, because see, the issue with a lot of black people, you know, I know some people was beating up on the South Africans as of recent, and they were saying, oh, the South Africans love them white people, and the South Africans, some of you love them too. Some of you believe them too. Some of you believe the best out of them too, even though we've had a 400-year history. Because I've seen comments about, oh, the black South Africans, you know, how they act like that with them white folks over there and they put them in apartheid, and how some of you act over here and they had us enslaved.
Yeah.
Some of you act the exact same way they do. That's why I told y'all, black South Africans and black Americans act the same in a lot of ways. I'm telling y'all. But the story is mirrors each other a lot too. That's why. Some of you say to them, why they didn't kick them people out? Why they didn't do this? Why they didn't do that? They the majority. Okay. And how come a lot of us still deal with these people? Yes, we're not the majority, but how come a lot of us still deal with these people? How come a lot of us still believe they're Christians? Right? How come a lot of us believe that racism is not what it used to be? How come we believe that, and yet they have never showed you that racism is a thing of the past? That's the funny thing. Right. They never showed you that.
Never.
Then some of you with this, it's 2026. I can't believe they would still do something like this. I'm like, and I want to throw something every time I hear a black person say that.
Right.
Y'all said that in 2025. Y'all said that in 2024. Y'all said that in 2023. Y'all said that in 2022, 21, 20. Every year that I've been doing content, y'all have said this when they do something racist. Have y'all not learned that wickedness do not have an expiration date?
Yeah.
Just like goodness don't have an expiration date either.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2026, and they just supposed to say, you know what? It's 2026.
I can't.
Okay, all the racism is gone now. We gonna throw it away.
Oh my God.
That's the end of it. We're just good people now. No more racism. Because it's 2026. That was the way to stop us. When it's January 1, 2026, that means all my anti-black racism, the way I was raised, all the history of my family, the way we treated black people in this country, and how we still want to treat black people in this country, that all goes away because it was January 1, 2026. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta be, come on. Y'all gotta be smarter than this. Come on.
Right.
And you hear a black person say that around you. It's 2026. I can't believe. You need to chew them up for saying that.
Right.
When had they ever told you they gonna stop with their anti-black racism because it's 2026? What memo they put out?
Right.
Last time I checked, they ain't put out a memo.
Yeah,
they don't care
listen.
about you or me. some black folks in America, and look, you know what? Even though it's not a good thing, but it is a good thing that's happened though, because some things expose how people are, expose attitudes, and sometimes you need that swift kick in the face to get you on code. See what's happening to these black politicians, like Miss Representative Marcelle here. That gave her a swift kick in the face. See, she was believing them folks. She was probably eating with them, talking with them. Oh, I'll work across the aisle with them. And the whole time they're like, oh, I can't wait to get her out of here. Oh, I don't want this black woman in here. I don't want no black women. Matter of fact, they don't want no white woman either. But for sure, they don't want no black woman. I don't want no black woman in here. The first chance we getting rid of her district and getting her out of here. While they smile in your face. You know what? Let me talk about that tactic when we come back. We're going to come right back and let's talk about the smile in your face tactic and how they use it against you.
They backstabbed us. We should have got to get over it, right? Yeah, that's what they always tell us about. Just get over it. Get over what? 100%.
It's the Unity Reunion Parade, Cookout, Line Dance Party, Backyard, Barbecue, Fish Fry, Vegan Soul, Black Business, Food Truck, Networking, Outdoor, Concert, Music Festival, Celebration of the Year. Featuring Loose Ends, Dead Prez, Rashad, Taking the Banks, Rhapsody, Astro, October London. I wanna get away. Get tickets at OhioBlackExpo.com. That's OhioBlackExpo.com.
Yeah, them damn bootleg raccoon classes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back. All right, so let's get to about that smiling. Okay, and if you have seen, like a lot of times you look up and like a little smile at you or whatever.
Yeah.
Or overly nice. And then have you seen the same people that be overly nice to you or smiling at you or whatever have done some pretty racist stuff?
Yeah.
Right? And I've heard them talk about the smile in videos and how that smile is fake. They're taught to do that, actually. A lot of that I've heard them say in videos on TikTok, they're taught to do that. But let me tell you about the smiling. Okay. So when you smile at someone, it psychologically disarms them.
Yeah.
Because a person will relax when you see a person smiling at you versus when you see a person looking mean at you. That's a tactic.
Yeah.
That's why we say to the ladies, smile more. But why? Because if you smile more, then that disarms people how they think about you. If you don't want nobody around you, don't smile. That's what that is, right? So they do this. They smile at you. They be real nice to you, and you thinking that's very genuine because it feels genuine. But they have learned the art of manipulation through those acts. But they'll smile at you and all of that. They'll go to the Black Lives Matter protest. They'll say what the police did was so wrong and be out there with you, and they'll cry with you and everything. And then when it's time for them to go on a jury and get a black person off of a crime that clearly that black person did not commit, or the circumstances are so funny, the prosecutor looked like he just threw the case together trying to put this person in jail. And these people who so nice to you and smile and cry with you at protests don't get you out of jail. The majority of them vote against you in elections. The majority of them smile in your face and don't want you to have reparations in the form of cash payments, but they'll smile in your face though. The majority of them don't care if you have voting rights or not. Now, they may not be the ones doing it, but they don't really care. They prefer you not to have voting rights. They prefer, you have the mean Republicans that are going to do all the dirty work, and then you have the rest in the public. If their community really didn't support what the Republicans were doing, right? They would be out there screaming, yelling, going in as a whole, right? They want the status quo. They want that. And the status quo is you have no power. You know your place. You stay at the bottom. They don't like you, even though these black representatives have not done nothing concrete for black people. And they know this. They still have an issue with them just even being there. They don't like the optics of them just even being there. They don't like the optics of them being called state senator, state house person. They don't like them to be a mayor. They don't like them to be a police chief.
Yeah.
They don't like black folks to be in the U.S. Congress. They don't like you being Senate. For sure, they don't want you being a president. Listen, Barack Obama is half white. He's half them.
Yep.
And they still did not like Barack Obama. Trump is raging right now. He was raging the other day about Barack Obama because he went to Canada and he was met with the prime minister, and Trump just went in a rage because Trump is so jealous of Barack Obama. I mean, I don't get why, but in a way I do get why, but he's jealous of him. He's jealous because Barack Obama can actually put sentences together. Barack Obama can speak coherently. Barack Obama got way more class than Trump has. You know, Trump's up here farting in front of people. Trump is cussing every 5 minutes. Yes, this man is farting in front of people. They've caught it on camera. This man is literally farting in meetings with everybody in cameras. He's farting.
Jesus.
I mean, like, how much low class can you be?
Ain't got
You know what I'm saying? He's so jealous of Barack Obama. So Barack Obama meets with the prime minister of Canada, and oh boy, he just loses it. He loses it. Nah, I don't know what he talked to the man about. I mean, he's a former president. He can go talk to whoever he want to go talk to. He's not representing the country, representing himself. You understand what I'm saying? Shoot, if Barack Obama can go holler at Canada and kind of ease some of the tensions a little bit, why not? I'm not saying he did that, but I'm saying, but let's say if he did do that, why not? You shouldn't have no tensions with your neighbors at the north. That's stupid. You shouldn't have no tensions with Mexico either. They're right on your border. It's kind of dumb.
All right.
Anyway, so when you look at Trump, Trump is really the best representation, actually, of what they like. Let's be honest with you. Trump is the representation of what America has always been.
Yeah.
And to have him on full display, he is America. I'm telling you, that man is truly America. Not Black America, but he's truly America. White America for sure. Think about it. He don't respect nobody. Has these people ever respected anybody? No. He tell you one thing. He believes in I'm white and I say so. Isn't that what they believe in?
Yeah.
He lies. He say one thing. He say another. He lies constantly. That's what these people be doing? Lying constantly?
Yeah.
He don't stick to anything that he says. He changed his mind like the wind.
Yeah, he's
having that kind of like, that's where they get down.
Oh, exactly.
I'm gonna go take the oil. Oh, I'm gonna take black people's property. I'm going to eminent domain their property. I'm going to do this. It's like always, I'm gonna take their property. I mean, like everything Trump do, I'm going to attack people that haven't attacked me. Haven't that been their history? Attacking black people that's never attacked them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dropping a bomb on the in Philadelphia on the MOVE organization.
Yeah.
They didn't go attack them. Black Wall Street didn't attack them. All those black towns that were attacked by them. We never attacked them.
Right.
Never. So Trump is an embodiment of that. Complete embodiment. No class.
Mm-hmm.
Foul mouth.
Yeah.
Complete embodiment.
Yeah. You're right.
He is. Lisa say Trump is way too nasty. I mean, but really, that's the representation that really of who these people really have been.
Right.
Donald Trump is not the problem. Donald Trump is the symptom.
Yeah.
He's not the problem. He's not the problem. The majority of them believed in what he's doing.
Yep, that's what.
And some of them still like what he's doing, even though the gas prices is very high right now. The food cost is very high. Everything is high, but they believe in that. But here's the thing: when it comes to us as Black people, we gotta stop being naive. And it's even worse when you are 30 plus, definitely 35 plus. Let me say at least 35 plus. Yeah. You're still naive to the situation because by the time you're 35, you should have kind of starting to come into that wisdom a little bit by the time you're 35. That's just average.
Yeah.
Your early 30s, you can, but let's say 35.
Yeah.
35 and up. And each year after 35, you should be getting more and more wise.
Yep.
You shouldn't be stuck at one age and be stuck there. You're getting older, but you're mentally stuck. You don't want to be mentally stuck. It is life and death, okay, for you, me, and the rest of the community to know and understand how anti-Black racism works, the nuances of it, the culture that you're living in and under, unfortunately, and how
exactly
we can defeat it and even move ahead at the same time. Now, they can take every district they want. Let them take it. I promise you, Black people will be just fine.
Right.
I promise you that we actually be even better.
Yeah.
You know why? Because when they push us in a corner, give me a second, y'all.
Oh.
Give me a second. Okay. Y'all let me go do something real quick, y'all. Unfortunately, I got something to do. Let me see if I can run something else real quick, and I'll be right back.
If you haven't read the books Passive Aggressive Racism and 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, you're navigating a system you don't fully understand. They taught you everything except how the system actually operates against you and how to reclaim the mind it was built to control. You can't dismantle what you don't understand. You can't free a mind you never examine it. Passive Aggressive Racism and 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind. Get both books on Amazon today.
After 13 years of exposing lies in the media, I discovered the biggest lie of all. They want you to think racism is random, accidental, just bad people doing bad things. But what if I told you anti-Black racism was engineered, programmed like software, marketed like a product, and designed to survive across generations? That's exactly what I prove in my new book, Us versus the Machine, how anti-Black racism was programmed, marketed, and made to survive. Get Us versus the Machine on Amazon today, because once you understand the system, you can beat the system. Them other groups aren't a problem. And let me tell you why they aren't a problem. Them other groups aren't really a problem. Like talking about, yes, they can be, I would say more so in a nuisance, definitely a nuisance, but not an actual problem that we got to, oh God, this is going to be a major problem, right? Our problem is white supremacy. Yeah. These other groups, that's light work. That is so light work. Because when these other groups come here.
And that book kind of remind me of Tariq's book, Foundation of Black American Race Splitter. We need to do another holiday package because when I lost my bag, I had the damn book in there too. So I'm mad about that. I'm going to get back to Uncle Phil.
The United States of America, they left their homeland, okay? And when they leave their homeland and come up here, they have proven they don't have a sustained fight. I'm just calling it what it is. They don't. They come for a better life. So they're not about to come here and battle FBAs. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think they go join with white supremacy? Because they can't even battle FBAs on their own. They got to go join and assist them to do it. The ones who are doing it, of course, not all. Okay. So I don't look at them as a major issue. I mean, I really don't. They don't really have the will to fight with us like that. That's why I don't focus on it unless not certain incidents like the Ashley Gonzalez's of the world yet. And speaking about Ashley Gonzalez, y'all know that heifer filed an appeal to get her job back. I'm like,
hell no. And you notice these so-called allies been real quiet about that shit. They ain't said nothing about that broad. I ain't seen them do no videos, nothing. But yeah, we supposed to believe in this coalition. No, there's no black and brown. There's no coalition. It's just us versus everybody. FBA versus the world. It's a damn shame, but that's what it's come down to. So delineation is in full effect, and reparations is the item of the day. A debt that is owed.
Hold on, bro. Ashley Gonzalez, are you crazy as hell? You got fired because of your mouth and what you said on a video about black people. How do you think you're going to go back to HPD and go ride around as a police officer in Houston, of all places, where there's a lot of black folk, and nobody gonna just everybody say, oh, okay, well, shoot, Austin Gonzalez is over there. Like, why would you even think that that's even okay? Like, are you crazy? I thought that maybe you probably try to go to another police department because she still do have her license.
Oh yeah,
her license have been taken away from her. So maybe I thought you would go do that. Maybe I thought you would go maybe to South Texas, to your, the area where it's more so Latinos. You can be a police officer over there. It's not really a lot of black people or something. But
that's right.
No, you trying to get your job back, chick. That's not gonna play. The mayor don't even want you there.
That's a lot of videos, kid.
How you gonna try to get your job back? The mayor don't want you. No, but the police chief, if he wanted you, he'd have kept you. She went to the union, and the union a piece of crap too. Because why would the union even get involved with that? Because I've been in a union before, not that particular union, but unions. If you really break company policy, like really break it, the union do not defend you because you really broke company policy. And it's like, how are we going to defend you? But now you fired on some BS circumstances or whatever. Then the union, comes in and try to, get your job back, get your back pay, whatever. But the union, the police union, why would y'all even help her file an appeal on anything when the video, she's saying all this crap?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure that one out. Like how?
Because they're racist white supremacists.
Yeah, she's too much of a liability. She's not only a liability, but that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. You put that woman on a police force, if she can pull somebody over for a parking ticket who is black, right? And they could be legitimately speeding. They'll say, oh, no, she pulled me over because I'm black. I'm suing. Because this cop's a racist. I'm trying to think how ma'am, you cannot work around black people. At least not in Houston, you can't.
Right.
Or anywhere where black people's at. Like I said before, go down to South Texas. Go down there. It's a lot of Latinos way down there. It's not many black people, if you see any at all. And then you be a police officer over there, I guess. And you don't have to worry about black folk. But this woman has lost her mind. She lost her last mind.
Right.
Yeah, but she want to be back police officer. What did you say? We need Candace Owens for president.
Oh, hell no.
Are you serious? Candace Owens need to worry about her personal life.
Right.
With that husband of hers. And I heard some stuff about him. Laura Loomer was talking about that husband of hers. It was quite interesting what she was saying. We covered that on our podcast, what Laura Loomer had to say about that husband of hers. So yeah. No. Candace Owens, no. I guess you don't know Candace Owens' history. Because some people are meeting this iteration of Candace Owens. And if you just start seeing Candace Owens now, you was like, oh man, okay, she's going after people, and she's not like, she talk a little different. She's not just like all the other black commentators. She's a little different. Yeah, she got some conservative views, but Candace is right about it. Like, no, clearly you don't know Candace Owens' history.
Oh,
Candace Owens has been the worst against Black America.
I believe
the worst.
I definitely believe.
And we cannot let that. I'm not going to let it go. You have an HR 40 hearing. That's about a study, and she went up there to that hearing with her bad edges, up here just being a straight up a bootlick up there for the Republican Party.
Yeah,
to just cause problems. I'll never forget that. The video's on YouTube. You can go see it. Like, chick, you couldn't even get reparations in this country because you're Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
You're Caribbean. You're not even Foundation of Black America. What are you talking about?
Right.
Why are you even in our business?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What was that other one they brought up there? He's Puerto Rican. Coleman Cruz. He couldn't get it either.
Yeah.
What are you talking for?
Right.
So no. Don't be fooled by this new version of Candace Owens that y'all seeing. Maybe some of y'all in this don't know her history. But do some research on the history of Candace Owens. You see what she said about Trayvon Martin and like horrible stuff, man. Horrible. Yeah, y'all do not. Yeah, you gotta not know her history to praise her now. I don't care what Candace Owens do. I don't care if she go after. I see some people say, well, she went after Kamala, and I mean, I heard what she said in the past, but I had to agree. Man, broken clock is right twice a day.
Right.
I don't care what she did about Kamala. So don't care. What she said was so egregious, and she was a black mouthpiece for white supremacy for years.
Yep.
Now she going bad on them, and now they kind of, Trump went after her, calling her low IQ, and that's like a little racial dig they did when they say that, low IQ. Anybody how low IQ he is.
Exactly.
But calling her low IQ and just he going in on her, right? And y'all probably see that and say, oh man, see Candace going at Trump, but this and the third. Man, Candace was the darling of Trump. She was the darling of all these right-wing white folk. Yeah. She was with Charlie Kirk at one point in time. I mean, you don't know the history? Why you think she literally dedicated almost 2-3 months to talk about that man every day?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be weird. She was on some Jada Pinkett Smith crap about like Tupac, how she is about Tupac. That's how Candace Owens was about Charlie Kirk. You got a whole husband and some kids, and you sit up here, you making more videos about Charlie Kirk than his own wife. That lady didn't say much about it at all.
Nope.
Every day you talking about that man, dedicating, showing text messages he had with you and pictures, and like you'd have thought that you lost your husband. That was weird to me. That was very weird.
Here's a bad one.
So now don't tell me about no Candace Owens. We good. We are so good.
Another bad one.
We are good. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's hold on. I'm just kind of reading some things y'all saying. Okay. Yeah, you talking about LeBron. She talks about everybody else. Like, what about you? Talk about yourself. You got everything to say about everybody. And I know she talked, she got in trouble when she talked about that country overseas that get $3 billion. She got in trouble about that. She had lost her monetization. She ended up getting it back. Nah, I give her. She has a big following. I mean, her live streams. When I saw it one day, she had about 90,000 people on her stream. Like, wow, that's. But she already been around for at least a good decade. Then she's been on a lot of mainstream platforms. That also increased her, her thing. She had her own shows with Daily Wire, and she left and started her own thing or whatever. So she's been around at least over a decade. That's for sure. But she's been on TV a lot, so more people know who she is. So it is what it is. But like I say, you could be known, I guess, and be infamous, or you can be known just by the right people. Because let me tell you something. Some of the most richest and powerful people in the world, none of you know. If they walk by you, you wouldn't even spot them. You got people who are billionaires, literally, could be standing right next to you in a line at McDonald's, and you wouldn't even know they was in McDonald's with you. When they go get in their car, they probably got a Ford Explorer or something like that, or a Honda Accord, even though they can afford, a Bugatti. They got it. but they're driving a Ford Explorer. But you know, the interesting part about that, speaking about that, I've been doing a whole lot of research on you know, when people do get money, why they move like that. And they say it's more so a protection mechanism for them. Why they got to be more normal than like just being flashy is because basically when you get a certain amount of money and everybody know it, you become a target. You know, somebody to kidnap you, extort your family, whatever. So you don't want to draw attention to yourself with all this jewelry. You know, black folks, we get a little money. Oh boy, everybody gonna know. I never get my grandmother said this. You know when black folks get some money, because boy, they gonna show it. They gonna put on the brightest jewelry. Mm-hmm. They gonna go buy the best clothes. They gonna go buy the most expensive car. They gonna let everybody know they got some money. Yeah. And they gonna be walking different, talking different. Like I said, you probably can't even say 2 words to them. You know, but what they do is, you know, they don't go out and buy the G-Wagon. That's not what they go do. No, they go get them a Ford Explorer. Let me tell you something. This one dude that had money. I mean, he had, I think it was $30 million. I knew this dude got. Okay, 2 white dudes I've ever known that was millionaires that I would talk to on a daily basis. The one guy was a plant manager. He had got $30 million out of a deal because his father had owned the terminal, and they sold it. And of course, the son was in it, and he got $30 million. You know what he was driving? I was seeing him drive all the time. This joker had a Ford Fusion.
He was driving
the hybrid Ford Fusion. But you know, he showed me like his house. He had a mansion. His crib, huge. His other vehicle was a Ford, I think it was an F-250. And the only reason he said he got the F-250 because he like deer hunting and stuff like that. That's what they go do every year, deer hunting. But this joker would drive a Ford Fusion every day. But this joker had got $30 million in a deal. Wow. If you see the way that dude dressed, you would not think he had no money.
Yeah.
This other white guy that I knew, he owned a construction company. He sold his construction company. He ended up getting, I think, 10, 15 million for it. Mm-hmm. His name, I remember him. Talked to him for years. I didn't even know till one day he told me because the industry I was working in at the time. He said, "Oh yeah, I know about this. I know about this. I have my construction company. I sold it, but I'm still working in it. You know, I'm getting a salary or whatever." He sold the deal. I said, "Wow, you got that kind of deal on this company?" He said, "Yeah." You know, so, and that dude was driving a Toyota Tacoma.
A million.
His wife had an Audi.
Toyota Prius.
Okay. Nothing that you would think that would be like, and you seen the both of them, you wouldn't think that they had money like that at all. At all. But here's the funny part. Let me make y'all laugh about something. And shout out to the brothers. So so he was mad one day. I was kind of laughing at him. His little daughter like the little YNs. All right. So the little so the little brothers, if you know anything about them little white females, they ain't got no problem cashing out. So she took Daddy's American Express, and brother was cashing out at the mall. Mm. Brother was getting all the gear. Brother was getting the shoes, the clothes. She was buying everything for him. That brother got his reparations. I started laughing. He was hot about the credit card, and she was like, "I don't care. It's my boyfriend. I'm gonna buy him something." Oh boy, I got a kick out of that. Oh, I got a kick out of that. That was funny. Yeah. And the only reason I knew this guy, you say, well, how do you know these people? Well, there's one brother I used to go to his gym some year when I lived in another location, and he used to play in the NFL, so he ended up owning his own gym. So that's how I met him in his gym. So, and shout out to brother Terrence. But at Terrence's gym, that's how I met them. But yeah. And I would see him all the time. Every time I go work out, he would be in there. What y'all say? She's been thoroughly reminded by them folks. It says not them. Identity crisis is the only beginning of her issues. Oh yeah. He got Darius. He got his reparations. Oh yeah, he got his reparations out of him. I seen a couple of brothers do that. This other brother I know, it was so funny. He had told me, he said, "Yeah, I'm around this older white woman with some money." I said, "Oh really?" But I said, "I know you mess with her to get a bag. I know that. I know you ain't being with." He said, "Exactly." He said, he made me laugh. He's the first one that told me this. I'm getting my reparations. He said, matter of fact, we work together. He said, "Watch. She will come up here. I'm gonna get 5 stacks and I'm gonna come show you." I said, you lying. He like, nah, watch. Old girl came up there, he chopping it up. He like, look, I told you. I say, well, shoot, man. Let me borrow $5. I'm laughing at when I'm saying that, of course.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I'll make them cash out. He said, if I'm a fool with them, that's before he got married and all that. He said, if I fool with them, they cashing out.
Right.
I ain't gonna fool with none of them. He said, I don't fool with no broke woman. They gotta cash out. I like, hey, brother, if you're gonna do it, make them pay their reparations.
Right.
So
what does that say? You
brothers be sitting up here cashing out to these little white women. No, make them cash out. They got it. They got it.
Yeah, they definitely.
So if you're gonna do it. But anyway, thank y'all for listening. This has been a very interrupting stream for me tonight. It is. So I'll see how I chop this one up a little later. But thank y'all for listening, and make sure you check out the Sherika on AfroWire AI.
And make sure y'all check out Frontline Black News. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Yeah, y'all keep on crying all you want, Democrats. It's not gonna change the fact that we're not getting our booties to the polls, and we're not getting our souls to the polls. Because FBAs don't cry, we fight. And FBAs call out the hypocrisy from politicians and immigrants. So that's the next topic. I think it's our brother Water God out of Florida. Shout out to Water God. He's gonna give us an update on that. Excuse me.
Black American women are forced to perform in industries that enable these types of people who are known to dehumanize us, while also monetizing off of us. Corporate America exists beyond the office. It's on your social platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube podcasts. When Black American women advocate by being specific about the tactics used to disenfranchise us, they say it's a dog whistle. They say we're dangerous, that we're lazy, that we need to work harder. Work harder. That sounds so familiar. I think we've heard that before.
Might have to drop a dime on this. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Gotta stop. I don't like that shit. For sure, bro. I don't like that shit.
All right, y'all, we back with another video. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing health, growth, and a better understanding of self. So check this out. I've been watching a lot of content recently about FBA. People are mad at FBA for being xenophobic and for always talking about Black people and they're calling us anti-Black. Let me explain to y'all why this is very important for them to say this, because we just seen Kevin Hart and Cat Williams just, ended their differences, right? And they cooled down, right? But you see on my channel, I'm always calling out the organizations, the people that's using Black, and they use Black people, and it's always used to undermine our progress. Okay, so I can see how they don't want us to be exposing their Black agents, because they want to use Black people. If you see how the Democratic Party do, they always point at Trump, white people. So if we kind of can control our own people, I think it's going to be hard for them to run their narratives on us. So that's why they're coming out with this now. I seen some people on Twitter. I ain't even going to put that video up. I got some other clips and I'm going to show y'all. But there's people that are saying that, okay, just because we're calling out Black people, we're anti-Black. So, and I'm letting everybody know this because we know what the game is, but even the Black Panther Party, if you remember, I remember coming up and they even had the Black Panther Party, not the Malcolm X movie. They had the Malcolm X movie, and it was like, man, a Black man with all that power. But I remember people used to say the Black Panthers was like the same thing as the KKK, just Black people. I remember that discrediting going on. So we're seeing the same thing now. It's just like a social discrediting of what we're doing. Because here we're just trying to protect our resources, our name, image, and likeness from people that are using it in their best interest. So I'm not worried about people saying, hey man, you only talk about Black, because that's what we're trying to straighten. That's what we're trying to correct. We got to clean our house before we start pointing at anybody else. But I appreciate everybody who's been supportive of the channel, man, donating. Shout out to my boy Ames Well, Call Dog, Y'all Rules, Queen G, everybody who's been holding it down. Shabazz has been supporting me for years. My mom, and salute to all the moms, has been supporting being here, man. I love and appreciate y'all. I don't know what I would be. Shout out to Mama Lisa holding us down. But check out these clips, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna give y'all some more commentary. Let's get it.
To be authentically Nigerian is to know what an akata is. Last year around this time, I mentioned the lack of representation for Black American beauty creators. And by this, I mean brand activations, paid brand deals, and overall media coverage. From this video alone, I was called tribalist and divisive. Overall, the video was in bad faith by this character. I think it's so ironic. She publicly celebrated on her beauty blog Nigerian Independence Day through a authentication list that explicitly referenced Black Americans through a racial slur on her public beauty blog in 2012. The media calls her the voice for Black women, the one calling out the brands for inclusivity. Through her words, she's claiming it to be part of the authentic Nigerian identity. If you're wondering, she was about 25 years old at the time and had over 70,000 subscribers on YouTube. Just to give you a little background on what was happening around that time, Black American women are forced to perform in industries that enable these types of people who are known to dehumanize us, while also monetizing off of us. Corporate America exists beyond the office. It's on your social platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube podcasts. When Black American women advocate by being specific about the tactics used to disenfranchise us, they say it's a dog whistle. They say we're dangerous, that we're lazy, that we need to work harder. Work harder. That sounds so familiar. I think we've heard that before. Oh, and don't be fooled. They aren't operating alone. Black Center magazines enable them. We don't get to speak. We are not represented. Our stories are used and occupied by people who have never identified or represented themselves as Black American.
I'm being one of the same people that's asked to do something. It's the same vibe. It's starting to be the same Black girls at these events.
But the fact that the 5 people that are constantly chosen are predominantly West African is almost always left out. That specific detail is never mentioned, and it's on purpose. It's rarely ever Black American women in these rooms. She said, I'm proud of the community we built. We opened the doors for each other, and I know now she means that quite literally. Here are some more authentic Nigerian examples. You know you're Nigerian if your family owns a shop that mainly caters to foreigners. That sounds about right. If you are friends with someone just because they're Nigerian, you know you're Nigerian if you bond with people more from other African countries. For example, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Gambia, and Eritrea. Are we surprised? Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. Here's my favorite. If your parents or relatives have ever disliked someone because of the simple fact that they were Akata. So as you can see, through this industry standard and practice, institutions have filled their diversity quotas with the same reoccurring small group of West Africans and Caribbeans, diasporic creators, all while Black American creators are systemically excluded from the same opportunities. We just don't get those. I guess they're all booked. And when we do speak up about things, we get emails like this. In bold, my Black American activism cadence is troublesome. Thanks, Deborah. Yeah, so when I say it's systemic, here it is in bold writing. Black American activism is a problem. Flat Blackness is celebrated and duplicated many, many, many times. 2026 is the age of disclosure. Somebody has to be honest about what's going on in this industry. This isn't about consistency. It's not about creativity, engagement, or talent. Working harder doesn't matter when the board is rigged in someone else's favor.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about people who are descendants of formerly enslaved people.
Okay.
Right?
And so when you say Black, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about all of
The
us
diaspora?
who are the diaspora.
Interesting.
I'm Black. I'm also American. I'm Black American.
Okay.
But my ancestors were not enslaved, right? So that's really important because I'm a benefactor as an immigrant coming here to benefit from all the hard work that African Americans and everything they have fought, so that I could even be able to go to schools like Princeton, right? Like,
thank you for saying
they
that.
were the first. And no, it's really important to say that.
It is.
You know, and I think if people are like, they have to recognize that African Americans are not immigrants, right?
Right.
So I think that, you know, to survive in this country, African Americans have had to work outside of systems in creative ways. So I've been thinking about how do we work outside of systems and leveraging a lot of what African Americans did, which was really relying on community, you know, relying on alternative funding structures.
Caribbeans are now complaining that they're being pushed out of New York. Check this out.
I'm not even gonna hold you. The shit that they doing to New York is giving Tulsa without the massacre. They're literally closing our shops and putting our shops out of business so that they can open their shops. They're literally pushing people to sell their houses, trying to offer them big money that these people never seen before in their life, only to demolish the house and build this ugly gray rectangle-shaped pixie world-looking building. And then they move into that building. Mind you, the people in the community can't even afford to live there. Now, only for them to complain about the environment that nobody invited them to move into. Now, everyone in the community is starting to become affected by these people moving. The way I look at it, it's literally like a virus, and they're slowly destroying the culture that we've built here in New York City.
Why did she say Tulsa? Like, is there anything in Trinidad equivalent to Tulsa, Oklahoma? I don't think so. But anyway, yeah, she's stating that they're being pushed out, but I'm trying to understand because they said that they're buying you out, right? They're offering you money for your homes, and then they're building these building structures. You could say no, like what did Cat Williams say? You could tell Diddy no, like you could tell them no, but they probably never seen this much money in their life. Like this is like a lifetime infinite supply of plantains. But yeah, Zoran ran this whole campaign on immigrants first. He didn't mention any Americans, white Americans, Black Americans, no Americans. He said this country was built on immigrants, and this is who he's pandering to. So this is who y'all voted in, and no one said anything about Black Americans when Black Americans were being pushed out of New York City. But yeah, Caribbeans are victims now. They're the victims.
All right, so y'all see how we just pointing out the hypocrisy, what's going on with people coming to this country, taking our resources, and it's just going deep. The more we keep researching and studying this, the more and more we finding out. Shout out to the sister, man, who, you know, found out what they was doing as far as the Akata, the term that they're using on us. Ain't nobody say that, but they so butthurt about the word tether. But we know on their sites and how they speak to each other, you know, y'all say these names to each other. But our point is, it's a real agenda out here to discredit what we're doing. And we just want truth. And I'm seeing it on X. A lot of people are just speaking on X. And they just saying how we're just so, it's kind of, it reminds me of how they tried to do the Black Panther Party. You know, I used to hear people talk about the Black Panther Party and be like, yo, this is like the KKK. And it's like, this is the same thing what we're going through with our FBA movement, but we seeing it time and time again. So y'all check out my video I did on FBA waking up, where there was a story about, it was a brother saying how he found out how it is actually organizations to help Black immigrants specifically, okay? And it's just like what this lady said, they're going in depth of not using their lineage in certain situations and kind of trying to use our lineage. So that's what we calling out. That's what we doing on this page and pretty much all of the all of the grassroots pages. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push me on the algorithm, and support independent media, because the only way we can fight narratives is we have a strong enough media presence out here, because a lot of people are gonna get left out because they're going so hard, and we still killing them. Okay, with the points, just with the realness. Anytime you hear these people speak and they have to, discredit us, they not selling the people like we are, in my opinion. We bringing facts and stats. So I definitely want to know what y'all think about this in the comment section. We do go live. I want y'all to tap into the live, because on live is where I was supposed to go yesterday. I didn't go yesterday. We're trying to fix some technical difficulties. I know I got a bug or something on my internet network or something, okay, because I'm freezing, freezing up. It's like shutting. That's a lot going on, but we're going to keep pushing. We're not going to let nothing stop us from our progression. So salute to everybody who's been supporting the channel, man. Everybody who's been, hitting that like button, sharing, posting me on Twitter, man. I love and appreciate y'all. We got more videos dropping, all of them coming. I catch y'all in the video. Make sure y'all leave me a comment with how y'all feel. Peace and love.
A community must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax bases for your own people. You should at least control 4 basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.
What's the Emma? How to pronounce your name, brother? Faziz. I don't know how to pronounce your name, sir.
Peace, Tariq. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. How to pronounce your name?
Emphasis.
Emphasis. Okay, there you go. Shit. Emphasis. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I've been trying to get on to holler at you. Thank you for accepting me. I want to thank you so much for the Hidden Colors documentaries. I mean, it just changed my life.
Yes, sir.
So I'm waiting for the 6th to come out.
Yes.
The information that you put in, we're talking about the FBAs, I hear it all the time. I just had an argument with somebody at work the other night, and it's like, damn, Tariq be right on point in what you was just talking about with the whole sexual fetish and stuff. I lived out in Germany for a while. I'm originally from New York.
Yeah.
I was out there in Germany, and it happens all the time out there. You got a lot of this, and the brothers think it's all great, and they be going to those swinger clubs and doing all that crazy fetish stuff that you were just talking about, and them dudes be wanting you to, do it with their wives, and it's crazy, man.
Wow.
Everything you're saying is right, exact, bro.
Oh yeah, it's heavy, man. It's heavy. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, I can't wait, man. We're working so hard on HC6. It looks good, man. Oh, it looks great. I cannot wait. Oh, we are pushing heavy. We're pushing heavy so that we can try to get it out by this summer. We're pushing very, very heavy, but it looks absolutely phenomenal. So I can't wait. And it's a family thing. I want y'all to bring your whole family to the theater. Okay. I want y'all to bring your whole family, your kids, your grandparents, your parents, everybody. It's going to be heavy. All right. Let me see. No, it won't be ready by Juneteenth. It ain't going to be ready that soon. All right. All right. It won't be ready that soon. All right. But it's a beast. It is a beast. Man. Let me see. All right. What y'all say? The Breakfast Club is stomping for the Democrats hard. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, speaking of the Democrats, y'all boy, Justin Pearson, I talked about him the other day on my live. Oh, y'all boy, Justin Pearson, that's the guy, he's out there in Tennessee. You know, Justin Pearson, he was doing that over-the-top praise dancing. He was doing all that fake preacher stuff at some graduation. Then he started doing all of that praise dancing, and they keep trying to position him as some kind of new wave civil rights activist. They're trying to astroturf him as a civil rights leader. Yeah, all that. I'm so glad. It's so performative and fake. Did y'all see, and I posted this, he put up an Instagram post, and I keep telling people what they're trying to do. It was a picture of Dr. King getting arrested in like 1964, and then he put it next to a picture of him getting arrested this year. And everybody is like, cut it out. Dude, stop. No. Please stop trying to compare yourself to Dr. King. Please. That ain't it. No, it's disrespectful. Everybody's been clowning. Boy, he's been getting ate up in the comments. They thought they were doing something. The Democrat Shills tried to boost it up. Listen, let me tell you something. The people are rejecting him and them MLK comparisons because it's inauthentic. It's simply inauthentic. It's not genuine leadership. It's too performative. This dude, he keeps trying to adopt this rhythmic cadence and these vocal inflections that's associated with Dr. King. And it's clearly an artificial attempt to try to borrow the gravitas of our historic titan. And he needs to lead with his own voice. We know what he sounds like. He sounds like Urkel when he talks. His real voice is Urkel. You know? So trying to get into this deep Southern FBA cadence, it ain't. Dude, stop. It's insulting. And it's a dilution of Dr. King's real legacy. Him going out here doing these stage political stunts. Dr. King went through real life shit, man. That stuff wasn't staged. Dr. King was thrown in jail for real, for real. You had to have people like A.G. Gaston and others bailing him out. We had to have the community trying to protect our brother. Everybody putting their lives on the line for real, for real. Dr. King faced bombings and relentless FBA surveillance, constant death threats, and ultimately got assassinated. You understand? For putting in some real work. Trying to compare a cosplaying damn Democrat shill who's towing the line for the damn DNC to our brother who really was martyred for the movement, that's just very disrespectful. We don't like it. The Democrats, y'all are so out of touch. This is why you're getting your asses handed to you. You are so out of touch. Anyway, who said that? Somebody said Dr. King was a bad guy in his personal life. Get in here, man. Hear me, brother. This sounds like a troll account. Hello?
Hello?
Is this Rohan?
No, sir.
This is dumbass Rohan. Get out of here. All right. That's Rohan. Yeah, that's Rohan's ignorant ass. Yeah, this is why these tethers, we have to delineate from the tether class like that. All right, disrespecting our icons who helped get your ass over here. And again, just like with this Justin Pearson dude, they keep trying to manufacture viral moments. They keep trying to do things to get social media clout. They're not crafting any kind of policy. You know, everything around this guy, it's all about these manufactured photo ops. He's standing face to face with a cop and there's somebody right there taking a high quality photo of it. This is all staged, dude. They stage these damn PR photo ops so they can look like they are some real true to the game activists when they're not. You understand? The DNC is trying to anoint their own hand-picked civil rights leader. You see, when the YT media keeps pushing somebody out there without any criticism, that right there is a red flag. When they're sitting up here, oh, this is the next MLK. All right. They're promoting them real heavy on the left-leaning networks. And they ain't putting no dirt on them. It's AstroTurf. All right. They think they're going to try to manufacture a civil rights icon from the top down, and we're supposed to buy it. No, we're not buying it. We see how phony and manufactured it is. We're not buying it. Yeah, don't nobody rock with that dude on the streets. This dude, don't nobody on the grassroots rock with dude. The DNC, they always do that. They get somebody who the streets don't know. Don't nobody know these dudes. You get them and you pull them out of nowhere and then throw them in front of a camera and say, hey, this is the new leader. Boy, look, he sounds like Dr. King. No, where'd he come from? The streets don't know him? Yeah, we don't know this dude. We're not, this is the thing. This is where the DNC fails. And I want all you DNC operatives in here to take this back to your DNC paymasters. The reason why the DNC, you're getting your ass handed to you because you don't respect the Black community. You don't respect the Black grassroots. You think we are plantation property that you talk at, not talk to. You tell us what to damn do, and we're supposed to jump like Pavlovian dogs. And we're just not on that. We're not on that. You talk to us like we are plantation pickaninnies. When it comes to policy, instead of talking to us about policies we want enacted, y'all come to us with catfish nuggets. Y'all come to us with shucking and jiving. Y'all coming at us with Negro spirituals. And when we start talking about policy, y'all tell us, well, damn it, we're being divisive. How dare you talk about policies when Project 2025 is coming? Y'all supposed to be scared. Y'all supposed to be bucking your eyes scared of Project 2025. We ain't got time to talk about no policies. We got to stop MAGA. Stop it. Come on, man. This is why you're losing. And then you're trying to send these AstroTurf fake civil rights leaders around us who ain't nobody buying. Nobody's going for that. You use these DNC figures to do these vocal cosplaying, where they try to talk like Dr. King and all that. You're not trying to convey a real message. You're trying to trigger a psychological response. You got all these fake arrests. That's another thing. They love doing these old scheduled arrests when, yeah, we just got arrested. But my heart is weary, but I'm gonna take it to the mountaintop. Yeah, that Justin Pearson dude, they do all that fake scheduled arrest. We ain't going for that either. We're not going for that. We see that's another play. That's another play. They schedule their arrest to look like they have witnessed or experienced injustice. We're hip to the whole fake arrest con game. That's what D. Ray McKesson and them dudes were doing back in the day. We used to clown them for going out there getting fake arrested. Y'all remember that during the Black Lives Matter wave a decade ago? And they had D. Ray McKesson going out there getting fake arrested. And there's a cameraman out there. He's smiling while he's getting arrested. He's on his knees grinning. Remember that fake arrest? They were down there in Louisiana somewhere. There was a protest, and then the cops ran up on them, and the cops sound like the cops acting was all bad. It was a black cop, and the black cop was sounding like some 70s jive turkey, blaxploitation movie jargon. Like, oh, come on now. Don't you fight me. Come on now. Put your hand behind your back. Hear me? Don't fight now. Don't you fight me, jive sucker. And D-Ray up there, I'm getting arrested, y'all. They getting me. They finna get me. I'm like, if they don't stop. I'm getting arrested, y'all. No justice, no peace. It was the most punkdified ass arrest ever. And his ass is up here tweeting from jail. They tried to give him, because they tried to make him a little Martin Luther King thing too. They tried to do a letters from Birmingham jail movement with him, where he's in jail tweeting. I'm like, how you got a phone in jail, fool? Y'all didn't even play this thing out right. How he tweeting from jail? They don't give you a phone in jail. He's supposed to be in jail tweeting. Listen, I am incarcerated right now. My jail cell is cold. I am hungry. I am going on a hunger strike. But I am fighting for justice. My heart is weary. There is some men looking at me. I think they're finna do something to me. But that is one small price to pay for the movement. I'm gonna take it for the struggle. Still I rise. I'm like, get the hell out of here. It's Martin Luther Queen. The hell out of here. The DNC thinks we're stupid, man. And this is why they're failing. They really think we're dumb. You know? Man. Now let me get the family up in here. Y'all, raise y'all's hands. Let me get y'all in here. Human Max, something like that. Human Max. Let's get Human Maximus in the building. Human Maximus in the building.
What's going on with you?
I'm good, Mr. Human. How are you?
Everything good, man. Just chopping it up with your respect to the family.
Yes, sir. What city you in, brother?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, man. What's the vibe in Memphis? I know the Memphis folks are like, why they go?
Man, we chilling, man.
Yes, indeed. Okay, hold on one second.
I don't know about that guy.
Okay, yeah, I got a weird. Okay, all right, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. What's up about?
But yeah, we kicking and chopping it up in Memphis, man. As you can see, man, we flaming up the politicians as they trying to walk into the courthouse, man. But we standing on 10, mind not business. But at the same time, we not going for that performative stuff that Justin Pearson was doing.
Oh yeah,
out there chucking and jiving and catching the fake Holy Ghost. And like you said, he's standing right at the perfect moment to get a photo op standing in front of come on, man. We're not going for that, man. It's over with. All that Democratic shield talking points and all that scared chucking and jiving, old mammy, you gotta vote Democrat. I washed my greens in the bathtub.
Yeah.
If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. But you wrote that crime bill that disenfranchised all our people back then. Bro, we know y'all by now, bro. We see your game. We know who you are. We not going for the performative politics no more. It's over with. Stop it.
Real talk. Now, you up in Memphis. Now I know some cats from Memphis.
Yeah.
How the family up in Memphis feeling about Chud?
I might wish he would have slid down here. He 3 hours away in Nashville. Wish he would have come. Like, come on. A gas station.
I know cats in Memphis begging for him to come up to Memphis.
If he would have came to I was talking about that earlier, OG. If he would have came to any gas station in Memphis, tried that. Even in the nice Caucasian suburbs of Cordova and Bartlett and stuff like that, you would not make it, bro.
Man,
like that's real performative, but he knows what he's doing, and most of the time he's around a lot of women doing that. If you know,
right,
real sucker, man.
Real talk, my man. Thank you
wouldn't
so
play
much.
with dude. All right, family, 1,000.
No doubt. Yeah, he knows where to go, where not to go. I know Memphis. Memphis is. They want him to come up there so bad. Oh, because Memphis ain't Memphis majority black. What's the racial demographic in Nashville? What's the racial demographic in Nashville and what's the racial demographic in Memphis, family? What's the racial demographic? Y'all throw it up there. When we leaving? What's up when we leaving?
Oh shit, I'm sorry. That was an accident.
It's all right, dear. It's okay, beloved. It's okay. We got Austin, the tether in here. Austin, the tether was spamming our Austin the Tether was spamming our YouTube space the other day. We were live, and it was Austin in there using bots. So Austin is one of them DNC tethers. Yeah, so Austin is one of them DNC tethers that's been trying to disrupt heavy. Yeah, that ain't working, sir. Man. Let me see. Let's get some more of the family in here. What's up, Sheba Kita? I see you in here. I see you, Sheba Kita. Let's get Scotty. Memphis is 33% black. What's Nashville? Yeah, that was Austin doing that. That was Austin using a bot to spam the live. That was Austin doing that. Let me see. Yeah, that's Austin the Tether. What's the racial demographic up in Nashville is 24% black? Okay. Memphis, okay. Memphis is 63% black? Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, somebody said 33%. No. Yeah, I know because I go to Memphis. Ain't nothing but black folks in Memphis. Memphis is 63% black. There we go. All right, that makes more sense. There it is. All right, I was about to say. Yeah, because I'm like, when I go to Memphis, it's just black folks everywhere. Shout out to Memphis. Yeah, okay, so Nashville is like 25%. There you go. Yeah, that's why he ain't going up there to damn Memphis. Yeah, that's why he ain't going nowhere near Memphis. He ain't about to touch Memphis because, yeah, they already got a green light. All of Memphis is ready.
Location. I told him meet me at the police department, and I drove to the police department. Turned my camera around, said, "Yeah, you meet me at the police department."
That's what started it.
That's what started. Okay. You too. Y'all don't kill number niggas. Y'all ain't shot it now gun. So now it's all you because y'all ain't done nothing now. White man now Mexican, but y'all got a history of killing more than the Ku Klux Klan. How you gonna honor that?
I mean, just in general, people tend to kill other people within their group.
Show me the Jews. Show me Jews killing Jews. Show me Asians killing Asians. Show me where they have show me where they make up the smallest percentage of people in the country, and they have over most of the homicides. No other race has that but us. No other race does gangbanging like us.
The Hispanics do it.
The Hispanic, whites do it. The Hispanic murder rate is not like the black on black crime.
It might not be as high, but
it ain't even close.
If a Hispanic person gets killed, it's almost certainly going to be by another Hispanic person. 80% of the time. Name
me last time you can recall a big Hispanic gang killing compared to ours.
Hispanic gangs kill each other all the time out here.
But we don't know it.
I mean,
name one.
They ain't famous enough that people are putting it on the front page.
Whether ours is famous or not, you're going to hear about us. Nobody kills each other more than black Americans nowhere on earth. You cannot compare that to anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a higher percentage.
It's not even a higher percentage. Nobody does to each other what black Americans do to each other. White people don't do each other like this. Mexicans don't do each other like this. When Mexican gang come in, they take each other in. Mexicans don't openly fuck over each other.
So
in front of other people.
So then the whole question becomes, and one side
I don't care about gangs, period.
But one side makes you a normal person, and the other side makes you some sort of Nazi. The question is there something inherent in black people that they want to kill each other, or is it just surely because of the conditions in America that they've been in?
It has nothing to do with the conditions of America. You wanting to kill people has everything to do with the conditions of your heart and not the conditions of your environment.
The conditions of your heart are going to be determined by the conditions you grew up in, right?
I know plenty of people grew up in the conditions and don't kill people or hurt people or gangbang.
Well, it's not going to transfer to everybody.
I know people that grew up in worse conditions than LA gangbangers grew up in and don't kill people.
So what's in the heart of a black man that he just wants to kill?
I don't know.
That's really what you think?
Yeah. It's in his heart. Yeah, all killers kill based from their heart, not their mind.
Do you think that like black people just have this like warrior spirit that makes them want to do battle?
Warriors don't group up, or soldiers do. Warriors fight alone. They don't fight in groups.
Okay.
Yeah, black people don't have a warrior spirit, because if we had a warrior spirit, we'll kill a white man as soon as we can think about it.
Right.
We have a coward spirit. That's why we hurt each other.
Yo, it's Big Ant the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. UPTV, make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as y'all boy, Clownston White, and decided to jump out there loud and clear where everybody can hear and see in 4K with the cooning, the juking and jiving, the samboing, the tap dancing, and everything in that realm once again, as he made this appearance right here on the No Puncher show and got to telling No Puncher right there in his face, hey, fam, nah, black people this, black people that. And it's so sadly disgusting. He's giving you the facts that you can't argue about your own people, things that we see and know in real time, but you have a goal there to tell your own people down. Nah, that ain't right. We this. We some cowards. We ain't no warriors. We ain't this or that. No, speak for yourself. You the coward. You the one that's not a warrior. You the one that make fun of dead kids. You the one that antagonize and try to instigate with your own people, then call the police when they get real for you. That's you. You need to speak for yourself. Use a tap dancer and a coon. And we'll have the links in the description where you can watch that in the beginning in full from the No Puncher show, as I recently had to go in on No Puncher himself about what he did with Sporty Face, telling him how to feel about the N-word, trying to speak for the black community. And I said, he didn't got too comfortable. You're out of pocket, you're out of line. And that's very disrespectful. And you know better than that already. You don't speak for the N-word or tell people how to feel about the N-word. I don't know who made y'all get that comfortable. No Puncher is still wrong on that. But with this right here, he spoke 1,000% facts, as it can be looked up. But I don't even need to look it up, because I already know this. I've lived on earth long enough. I went through enough experiences and seen how it really go to know that, no, fam, people kill in proximity. We're not the most violent people on earth. We're not the people that do to each other worse the wrong on earth as black Americans. And when he put black Americans into it, I said, you really going down there through there, ain't you? As these things can be looked up, because certain people, they can't use logic and common sense. You got to read it out to them. Interracial violence, people killing members of their own race, is statistically common in homicides, where in the U.S., about 81% of white victims are killed by whites, and 91% of black victims are killed by blacks. These crimes often occur due to proximity, as most killers operate with their own neighborhoods, communities, or intimate social circles. Also, the social and economic factors. High rates of violence within a community are often linked to systematic factors such as economic despair, social pressures, and the legacy of institutional racism, rather than inherent racial traits. Now, let's be clear here, bro. For him to talk about us the way that he did right there, you the worst man, one of the worst type of coons on earth. I'm keeping it all the way 1,000, bro. That tap dancing has to be, they don't need to be studied. We know who you is. You will sell your own people out for $1. And y'all gonna say, you got to get the message out there, man. Miss me with all that, fam. I grew up around real men. I grew up and was raised by real men. My father, my uncles, my older cousins, older homies, things of that nature. We don't listen to garbage like this, bro, where you will tell your own people down for $1 and speak things that ain't true. Let's make this clear here, y'all. There's like 45 million to 50 million black people in this country right now. it ain't a million black gang members, bro. This is like 1% or something of people, and it probably, that number might be too high. It might be less than that when you're talking about official gang members. And let's be clear about the black community. Majority of us ain't killers. Nowhere near us. It ain't a million black American killers walking around in this country. There are way more killings and murders with other races killing their own across this globe than ours. And anybody is going to kill their own more than us. And I probably can guarantee you right now, bro, let's keep it 100. Because it's the population factor as well, but there's probably more Latino gang members walking around this country than it is black ones. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. And don't try to act like everybody in our community is a rapper. Majority of our people get up and go to work every day, as they've been doing for 500 years plus in this country. Used to do it for free. So when you calling us cowards in this, where? You speaking for yourself, bro. Our ancestors fought in every single war in this country, contributed to every industry that got built, ain't never ran from this, stayed this, fought, suffered pain, built, got tore down, rebuilt again. No, when you say coward, you're speaking for yourself. And it's all documented facts. You can look it up. Murder is not an American thing. Murder is not a black American thing. Violence, poverty is not a black American thing yet. You look across the world, the violence where black Americans ain't even at is going on in the areas with the most poverty. Now, that's not me making excuses for our problems or nothing like that. But anytime I see somebody get on a big platform with millions of subs who got a following and a voice, and they persisted on tearing my people down with the false narratives, I'm calling it out. Clounston White is a certified sellout, nothing more, nothing less. He's a very weak man, and he's so pathetic and sad. We seen how Vlad did him, right? Hey, I'm cutting you off because Boosie don't rock with you no more. We can't do no more business. He's such a house boy, a good old house boy. Soon as Vlad fall out with Boosie, he ready to go run back over to the Vlad. Hey, yeah, we gonna do that business now. Fam, if you told me that, hey, fam, don't call me when you find out they treating you like a little female broad. You getting a train ran on you out there because you're going on no puncher and him at the same time now all of a sudden, boy, you real pathetic. I thought you was too big for YouTube recently. Newsflash, y'all, it's billions of users on YouTube. It's one of the biggest platforms. This is the #2 search website every day. Guess what #1 is? Google. Knock it off, Clounston White. Don't talk down on my people with these false narratives. We seen the other rainbow weirdos say that the other day as well. Like, oh, all black people do is kill each other. Fam, every race kill each other because that's who they live by. This is a documented fact, bro. The fact that you will get on here and lie and push that garbage just so you can make a quick buck and try to talk down to your people. But so, I don't even care about him no more. It's about y'all that's watching this. I'm talking to y'all, the ones that y'all that's defending this garbage and hogwash. Keeping it all the way 1,000. We'll speak on it some more. Stay on your pivot. 1,000. Tap into the Patreon on the website or the app. 1,000.
And I see, you see, it got the dogs off their ass, right? It got Lulu and Honey off of it. They're trying to get in the house. The woman to watch that skunk smell. You better go out there and eat some grass. You ain't coming up in here. Damn. God. Okay. I'm sorry. Y'all bear with me. Okay. They smell horrible. Okay. I gotta find a way to get these skunks from coming in my damn yard, man. Said the skunk was a tether. No, that's messed up. I really got to stop these skunks from coming in my damn yard, man. I know Lulu out there looking pitiful. Man. All right. Damn. Okay, hold on. I'm about to put on a fan. Hold on 1 second, man, because this shit. Because this coming all in the crib. It's like fumigating the crib. All right. All right. It's all in my damn mouth. Shit. All right, let me get some more folks in here. Let me talk to the family while I'm inundated with skunk scent. Okay, let's get User somebody. User, you've been saying stuff in the chat room. Hop on in, Mr. User. Let's get Paradelic.
What's up, man?
How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. I've been watching you for a while, man. I fuck with your content. I'm from Georgia Foundational.
Okay, what part of Georgia are you from?
I'm from South Georgia, a little city called Valdosta.
Okay, I know about Valdosta. I know about that. What's going on with you, brother?
Man, I really just wanted to get on here and say I like your content. I like the movement.
Yes, sir.
We need more people who think like you in the Black American community.
Yes, sir. I get nothing but respect for that, man. I appreciate that. Brother User, what's up, User? Somebody. We got a bunch of numbers here. Mr. User, somebody? Go ahead, brother. Speak. I hear you mumbling around. What are you doing back there, bro?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir. What's happening?
Oh, shit. I mean, we could really, there's a lot of things to discuss, but you got anything in particular like you want me to talk about?
No, you're very active in the comment section. So what's on your mind?
Well, I just be saying like the foundational stuff on TikTok versus the Africans and like the Drewski skit. And I just feel like they be like trying to tether onto us, like they try to eat off on us and stuff. So,
now, where's your family from?
My family, my mom's side from New York and my pop's side from California.
Okay, so your lineage is you got a foundational Black American lineage?
I'm a real foundational, and I got military vets all throughout my family, so that's why I really fuck with the movement.
No doubt. No, I respect to that. Thank you. Yeah, that Drewski skit was funny. Yeah, a lot of the non-FBAs, they kind of have an issue with it. Because they see that this delineation, you know, it's all over. Everybody's delineating. People understand the importance of delineation. Who is this? Leak? What's up, Leak the Calisthenics? What's your name, brother?
It's Leak. Malik. Leak
What's
the
up,
one
Leak?
Calisthenics. What's going on with you, brother?
I'm good,
I just
man.
had
What
a
city you in, Leak?
I'm in Flint, Michigan right now, my brother. You know, we from Flint, Michigan.
So shout out to Flint, man. What's on your mind?
I had a question. I was wondering, did you see the documentary that Matt Walsh is making saying that the civil rights movement is a lie? And it's a tactic that was created by some entity, some imaginary entity, to put Black people above white supremacists. I'm just wondering, have you seen that?
I haven't seen it, but I thank you, brother. There's a lot of noise going on. Yeah, Matt Walsh is a suspected white supremacist. So yeah, they always try to rewrite history. They always try to act like any movement we have, it was some kind of Illuminati psyops. It wasn't. All right. So these white supremacists just be saying stuff. All right. Let me see. For citrus peels, cayenne pepper. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get some. My dog's out here pacing. They're trying to rub themselves. They're rubbing their backs on the ground, trying to get that smell off of them. Damn. All right, tomato sauce. Yeah, we got some skunk shampoo, but that shit, it kind of gets a little of the scent off of them, but not really. Yes, skunks hate peppermint. All right. I know my lady gonna be coming down because I know she smell it upstairs. Tomato sauce works. All right. Tomato paste. I might have to get that. Do not use tomatoes. Okay. Miss Hershey said don't use tomato. Use vinegar. Excuse me. No, okay. I know my lady about to come down. Damn, they smell horrible. It's tomato juice. Somebody said tomato, somebody said pork and bean juice. Hell no. Hell no. Dish soap don't work. Hell no. That don't do shit. Oh, Lord, here my lady come. You heard her? That's my lady. Hold on. I knew she was coming. You know what it is.
Why you saw that?
I know it's strong as shit. I know.
Where are they?
They're out there. They're out there. I ain't let their ass in.
You put them in the gate?
No, they're outside. I'm not letting them in. They're not in here. This is no. That the skunk must have hit them right outside the window.
Why are you leaving outside so long all the time? Do you not learn?
Shit.
This is probably almost everyday occurrence.
Man. That shit smells horrible.
She looks like she sprayed. They're sprayed. Their face is white.
Their face is white?
How white?
Hold on. Yeah, that skunk lit their asses up. Like, I heard them scram.
Why do you look at me and I told you to get in my cage?
Hold on.
They shouldn't be outside.
Oh, damn. What
It's kind of white.
Okay.
You need to go out there and put them in that cage out there.
I mean, the skunk probably left now. Shit.
No, I'm not.
Damn. Man. Y'all don't understand. It smells horrible in my house right now. It smells absolutely horrible in here. How the neighbors gonna complain about me? I didn't bring the skunk.
You leave the dog out every night and they're gonna stink.
Man. Yeah, they looking like, save me, daddy. I'm like, no. Stay your ass outside. Huh? I didn't open the door. I didn't open the front door because I was going to see if the skunk was in the front. I was trying to see because the skunk didn't win. Yeah, I know it smells horrible in here. Should we light an incense in here? Yeah, yeah. Man. Yeah, they smell damn horrible. Oh, man. All right. Let me see. I know. I just washed their asses, and they just got the last skunk smell off of them from weeks ago. Well, shit.
You know how much money it costs to get them to skunk out pet?
Yeah, I know.
It's like $200.
Shit. Man. All right. Let me see.
Can't sleep with the smell.
Let me see. Let me get some more folks in here. Let me see who we got.
You're fucking idiots.
Little dogs are my dogs. They're crazy as cat shit. Yeah, crazy as damn cats. They'll attack any damn thing. They don't give a damn. Man.
Why is there always a skunk back there?
I know. I got to get something to capture their asses or repel them. Man. Oh, is TJ gonna wake up? I know. Somebody said, what smells worse, a skunk or a musty chapter? That's fucked up. No. Who the hell said that? Who the hell said that? That's disrespectful. All right. He said Tariq acting like it ain't my fault. My wife blamed me for every goddamn thing. My wife blamed me for everything. If coyotes outside, I'd get blamed. She blamed every damn thing.
I told you to get a cage for me, which is outside.
Ain't there a cage out there? There's a cage.
Oh, I mean like the running cage shit. That's enclosed.
Oh, Lord.
The skunks there every night, or a raccoon or a possum.
Man. Oh, Lord. We got wild kingdom at my damn house. We be having possums and shit. Possums, skunks, raccoons be jumping up at the window.
Oh, the owls and the remember that huge owls?
Yeah, we got a big
vulture, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, we get big birds be taking our garbage out the damn trash can and throwing it in the front yard. And so we be looking like Sanford and Son over here. So we get these big ass birds throwing out Popeye's. It's so niggerish. It's niggerish as hell. We got Popeye's chicken boxes all in the front. They're like, oh God, that goddamn Tariq. Oh, that goddamn black ass Tariq. I know they be calling the homeowners association on my ass. There's fucking Popeye's chicken all over the fucking place. We told you we needed gentrification. Oh yeah. I put an AC. They were like, get that shit out of here, nigga. It was a little niggerish. It was kind of niggerish, so they made me take it. The homeowner, when it gets too niggerish, the homeowners association called me. And hold on, Tariq. All right.
That was a bat right now.
It was a bat? God damn. We got everything happening out here in my house, man. What's up, Love's World? I see Sister Love's in here. Love's World. Y'all got to follow Sister Love's World. She has phenomenal spaces. Man. Oh, man. All right, let me get some more folks in here.
Where's Lulu?
Where's Lulu?
Put this bitch in the cage, man.
Where's Lulu?
Bitch.
Well, they're trying to wipe that skunk smell off of them. Yeah. Man, should we light an incense in here? Is that going to help? And try that new candle you got. Where'd you get that candle from?
Oh, the one your mom gave me that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, light that Mother's Day candle. Shit. You want to see me? On here? Hold on. I'm up here chilling. Oh, I'll show me. Hold on. There's me. Same OG. All right, that's me chilling. All right, let me get some more folks in here. Let me talk to the family. All right, boil some water and vinegar to clear the air. Yeah, I heard them barking the way they were barking. I'm like, oh, they're attacking something. I hope. Oh no, when they were no, because shit, I want them to chase the skunk up in here. You know they ran it. Remember they ran the skunk in the garage one time, and we couldn't get that bitch out.
You left it open, that's right.
Like shit. Man.
I had to go up there. I'm like, he went to spray me.
Excuse me. And it takes a minute to get this skunk smell out the house too. That's another thing.
It takes like a whole day.
Yeah. Man. All right, let's get it popping. No, the garage is closed. We don't have it closed, but you know, that smell is seeping through windows. Y'all don't understand how skunk smell is strong as shit.
I never knew it was strong.
It's extremely strong, man.
It smells like they spread it in the actual house.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
You want it over here or
Over there. Just put it over there. Yeah. So I need to use some root work on them. Man. Let me see. Where's Lulu? I see Honey. Where's Lulu? Oh, she rolling in the dirt trying to get that smell off her ass. Man. Excuse me. Bathe them in some milk. Anyway. Excuse me. I don't. Hey, I'm gonna have to let them sleep in a cage outside. All right, let me get some more folks in here. Let me talk to the family in here. Let's get Karoa something. Let me get some folks in here. Karoa. Yo, Karoa. The hell you doing, nigga? What the hell was that ticklish nigga doing? Sounded like he was rubbing something. That sounded real moist. The hell was he doing? Yeah, what was that nigga, man? What was he doing to himself? That was real weird, dude. It sounded like there was something lubricated. It sounded like something was wet. What the fuck were you doing, nigga? And you ticklish? Something was tickling this nigga. All right, let's don't start that, y'all. All right? Let's not start that tonight. Let's not start that. Y'all pull your pants up when you're listening to me. Don't do all that weird shit. Come on, up here giggling. He's tickling his gooch. Don't do all that. We're not doing that. Up here doing shit to yourself and giggling because it's ticklish. The hell wrong with you?
afternoon. You work in the evening. Got me coming back to you.
Mamoon.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mamoon.
Yeah, clear. I'm really sorry for my network issue right now. I cannot be seen. Please go ahead.
Now, what's going on with you, Mamoon?
My network issue right now.
Your what is sore? Your nipples are sore. What?
Yeah. Sorry, my network issue. You cannot be clear your sound.
You can't hear clear sound? Mamoon, where are you from? You from India, Pakistan? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm not India, Pakistan. I'm from Bangladesh. Stuck in Bangladesh.
God damn it, you don't want shit. Okay. All right. Okay. You go do your customer service job. Damn, bro. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what he's saying. I'm shit. I try to give them some leeway with the language barrier, but I don't understand shit he's saying. Something he said his nipples. He's still requesting. I don't know. Okay, hold on. He's requesting to get on. Mamoon, I don't know what's going on with you, Mamoon. You keep requesting to get on, and I don't understand what you're saying, sir. I try to be inclusive. You understand? I try to be inclusive, but I just don't know, Mamoon. He's just saying random shit and he's frustrated. I don't know. While we're waiting on Mamoon to get back up, I don't know what he wants. He might, I don't know if he's in jeopardy. Sauce, hop on, Sauce.
Man, these people on here crazy, bro.
I know, man. What's up with you, Sauce?
Crazy. What's going on, Tariq?
I'm good, man. What's up with you?
Man, I like it. I love it, man. You know, we just gotta keep going, man. That's it. We can't let these weirdos stop us, man. That's it.
No doubt. Thank you so much.
We go.
Okay, Sauce. Okay, shit. All right, Merciless. What's up, Merciless?
Long time no speak.
What's up? When's the last time we spoke, Merciless? I can't remember.
Years ago. That was back when Davidsky was doing his thing. He says what's up, by the way. Also, even needed to come in here and talk to you about that threader kid or whatever, whoever the hell just got pinched. Builder.
Yeah. Now, what's going on with him now?
He in America now. He actually been meaning to come out to LA and say what's up.
He said he won't know. He what? Okay. 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 I don't know what you're saying, man. Okay. All right. Come on now. We just got people saying shit. All right. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta make this thing interesting. Y'all just hopping up saying shit. All right. Let's get it together. Court, Mr. Court, hop on in.
Hello?
What's up, Court?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Court.
So you saying something about Chud the builder? I don't know nothing about that, but the hate crime bill, really, all white people got going, white T people, whatever you want to say, all they got going for themselves is hating us. I feel bad for them, really.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. All right, Court. Thank you, Court. Ramsey, what's up, Ramsey?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, Ramsey.
Hey, listen, bro. Why don't you debate Myron Gaines, bro? Why you keep running away?
Nobody's running. He doesn't have the money. How come you don't?
Why do you need money if you got the free market of ideas? If you can debate them,
I'm not going.
Why do you need money?
Because it's valuable. How come I'm going to debate a damn Sudanese tether for nothing to give him clout? It don't work like that. I'm not giving you tethers free clout. You got to pay me. You understand how that works?
No.
Yeah, well, you learn how it works. This ain't the third world. We just don't run around the desert doing shit. No, we make money here. All right, get your money up and not your funny up. Yeah, it cost. I'm not wasting time giving you low-life, nothing burger tethers clout. You got to come with a bag. You understand that? Nobody owes you a free damn debate. Who the hell are you? You're nobody. Nobody wasting time with you. My time is valuable. Come out your damn pockets. Your shaming tactics don't work. Are you afraid? No. Are you getting paid? Let's get the money up. Money also shit walks. You understand how that works? I am a valuable asset, sir. My time is valuable. I'm not like you. I'm not a refugee. My time is valuable. I don't sit around on inner tubes waiting on Sally Struthers to drop off Red Cross grain. I'm not you. My time is valuable. People pay for my time, sir. All right, y'all think everybody's supposed to donate shit to your ass. The hell out of here. I ain't Jane Goodall, nigga. Everybody's supposed to donate some shit to your hungry, fleeing ass. No, come out that damn pocket. That's how that works. All right, let's get Paul in here. Damn, Tether's out of their mind. Paul, what's up, brother? I ain't heard.
Tariq, man, I was just wondering where the heck have you been? And then all of a sudden I see you appear on my timeline, man.
All day, every day, man. I ain't been on these Twitter streets in a minute. I had to come on down here and represent for a minute. How you been, man?
Well, just trying to, deal with my own stuff on this app, trying to get people to focus on America first type stuff. And I've lost all touch, and I have no idea where FBA is these days. But let me ask you, when are you guys going to crowdfund a Robert Smalls movie, man? For me, he's the first great foundational Black American, and how have they not made a feature film about this great American?
Robert Smalls, one of my heroes. He took a ship from the Confederates and took it up there to the Union. Yeah, very, very, very thorough.
Not only that, Tariq, he was the first real Black celebrity universally loved. And well, you know what I mean, as much as it could have been at the time, but he was well received throughout the entire country. Everybody wanted him to get this endorsement. He was one of the first big politicians. I mean, his movie is long overdue, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stories that are long overdue. So yeah, there's a lot of things we can talk about as far as our history. And then we do documentaries about it. So yeah, we represent.
I read the book. It's a good book, and it's a great read for anybody just to be proud of just that time about America, about coming, moving forward, let's say. But I guess I just wanted to listen a little bit, try to find out where you guys are, because there's a division within the conservative movement about, people who are more allegiant to foreign nations, and then those of us who are trying to figure out what the hell America first means anymore. And I know FBA is going to have a role to play in this, because you guys know exactly what your priorities are, which is America. And so I definitely ride with that. So I'm just trying to figure out where bridges can be built so that we can save our country from foreign influence. You know what I mean?
There it is, my man. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. Miss Britt, hop on in, Britt. Miss Britt, are you in here? Miss Britt with the AI photo. You want to hop on, Miss Britt? That would be great if you can hop up. All right. So since Britt ain't saying nothing, we're going to move on. Let's get Michael. Let's get Brother Michael in here.
Yo, Tariq.
What's up, Michael?
Yeah, I got one question, bro. Is the reason why you talk so much shit about immigrants is because FBA has been smacked around so long?
Okay, you're the same Tether who called in earlier. You just logged on to another account, sir.
Just answer my question, bro.
I don't have to answer your question, sir. This ain't the immigration office, all right? We don't owe you any explanation, sir. Why don't you thank the people that saved you from your third world nation? Why don't you thank the people?
I was already born here, bro. What do you mean?
You're an anchor. Thank us for helping you become an anchor baby.
Thank white people for building the nation for you, bro. Come on.
Shit. They didn't build shit on their own. They failed, sir, just like you failed in your homeland. You see how that works?
They did, bro. Who built the cars? Who built Wi-Fi? Who built all that stuff, bro? Come on, let's be real.
Us. We had something to do with the car. Oh, we had something.
Oh, you were slaves picking cotton.
Yeah, but we were coming up with, and you were colonized, fleeing Texas, sir. You invented.
Bro, my people fought back, bro. Y'all ran to Canada. You
invented the inner tube, sir. To flee your ass over here up under us, right? Come on, Michael.
You muted me, bro.
Yeah, Michael.
Anyway, I saw your video too on YouTube. You did flee, bro. You fled to the South, bro. Your people fled, bro.
Man.
Stop it.
No. We fled to the South?
North. I mean, you fled to the
Well,
North. Sorry. You know what I mean.
We've been in the North, sir. And this is our country. We can move to our own country, sir. We didn't get on an inner tube and float to another damn nation like you did, right?
No, you were just running from white men.
We weren't.
Is that right? You aren't?
No, there were white men up in the North. You think they weren't in the North and we didn't have to deal with them there? Huh?
Yeah, you did, but not as much in the South, though.
Yeah,
Is that right?
You just saying about a jealousy, Michael. Right? You jealous, Tether, Michael? You're just throwing crap on the wall out of jealousy because you're ashamed of being a fleeing Tether. You got inner tube rubber scent on your clothes from all that floating. Yeah. You had to come up under us, sir. Talking about what the white people built. No, sir. They were failing just like you were failing until we got in the mix. Yo, Britt, you in here, dear? Let me get you down if you're not in here, Britt. Oh, let me get Britt down. Okay. Britt ain't saying nothing. Huh? Okay, I'll be in a minute. All right, my wife is telling me to come in for dinner. My wife is my fine queen. She's like, come in for dinner. I got to go in for dinner in a second. All right, I'm in my office here. Let me get one more good one. Can I get another good one? Because my wife wants me to come in for dinner. Angela, you want to hop on in, Angela?
Oh my God. Hi, Tariq.
Hey, beloved, how are you?
I'm doing good. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm on here. Like, this is crazy. First of all, I want to say that I love all of your broadcasts. I just started listening to you about a year or so ago. And I've listened to a lot of your old broadcasts. I love them. My brother was actually here and called in maybe about a couple of months ago. So thank you for the shout out, because he was talking about how me and my sister listened to you, and we live in Prince George's County. And so thank you for the shout out.
Area out there. Yes.
Yes. So I just wanted to say that, because you already talked about Chud and all that nonsense, but I just wanted to say that I really do respect everything that's going on. I respect you and a lot of the other new Blacc media. I listen to all of you guys. Afro Elite, I can't believe he's on here. Dewan B. I listen to Black Alpha as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I love all of your broadcasts. And one of the things that I really do love, and Jason Blacc, let me not forget him.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to all of you guys, and like, I just can't believe that I'm on here with you. But before I'm geeking out over here a little bit, but because I'm usually not up. I live in Maryland, so I'm usually not up for the broadcast. So I'm finally here. But one of the things that I really do love is that the new Blacc media is led by Black men.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, like, it's just crazy to me, because I feel like Black men are leading the charge with providing their community with information that we need in order to make informative decisions. And I just want to say that I appreciate all of you guys. And not to say that the women aren't doing their thing too. There are plenty of Black women who are on social media doing their thing. But I do appreciate you guys leading the charge. We need more Black men like you. And I'm so proud to be an FBA.
Yeah.
And just seeing you guys doing your thing. And I just want to say thank you, and continue to support you, and continue to see you guys succeed and do your thing. So thank you so much.
Love that. Thank you so much, dear. That's beautiful. Yes, indeed. We are doing the best we can do. Listen, family, we got an event happening at the Hidden History Museum in a couple of weeks. We got our good brother down here, Dwan B. He's going to be hosting. We got a bunch of great comics. So we're having the Memorial Weekend mic drop. It's going to be a good vibe. Y'all get to vibe with us. Come down and have a good time at the Hidden History Museum. That's going to be Saturday, May 23rd, 7 p.m. I want to see everybody in the place. Get your tickets at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. hiddenhistorymuseum.com, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all come on down and enjoy this thing. Come on down and enjoy it. We have some of the Nicki Minaj barbs in here. Hold on, before I go, I see a barb in here. Nicki Minaj people. What's up, head barb?
Hi. Hi, everyone. How are you?
How are you?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Everything is good. How are you?
I'm great. I just wanted to stop by. I seen the caption, so why not? And I must say to my people, to all my Black sisters and brothers, if you will, you got Chud walking around disrespecting your people, pretty much slapping your people all across the street. But where are all of the rappers and the influencers and all y'all people that be so stuck on the LGBT community? The people that want to speak on my community, what the are y'all real niggas at? Huh? Where y'all baby daddies?
Well, as a man, you ain't out there doing anything. How come you ain't out there stomping down on them like the man you are? How come you're not doing?
Well, I'm a woman. I'm not a like you.
You a punk, and you ain't out there doing anything, sir. You could be out there stopping Chud, all right. But the only thing you doing is bussy popping, trying to get a date with them, all right.
Well, why you keep muting though?
Well, because I don't want a punk talking over me. Okay, so how come you ain't out there putting them muscles to work?
You look hot as hell in that suit.
No, sir, you look hot as hell in that damn.
We know you not getting in the street.
You look hot as hell in that wig. You gonna get in the street with your bussy spread wide. That's what you gonna do. So yeah, you ain't.
Your mama need a wig.
You ain't saying nothing, Miss Nigga. You need to be out there doing something. You ain't doing nothing.
You a dick sucker?
Okay, Miss Nigga. All right. Bussy-yonce, all right, Bussy-yonce. You need to calm down, Bussy-yonce, because you need to be out here in them streets too. You need to be out here fighting like the rest of the men, all right?
You old as and bitch, you
okay, and your bussy is spread far and wide, sir. All right. Don't get mad at me because you got a cavernous bussy floating around the streets, sir, and you ain't putting in no work. All right. All right.
It don't matter. We can go DM for DM and I still get more play than you and whoever.
That voice is getting real deep. So what you need to get you some get some more hormone medicine because you ain't got enough money to get your hormones together. All right, your voice getting is high, then it gets deep. You sound like a chipmunk, then Herman Munster. All right, so you got to watch it.
Somebody uncle is on Twitter, babe. Who?
No. All right, your voice gets deep involuntarily. You're like, yes, you be ordering food. Yes, I like a McDonald's with some cheese. Or no, I like some chicken nuggets with some barbecue sauce. Excuse me. All right, so let's get your hormone pills together, Miss. All right, do you need help?
I still look better than you. We can go deep.
No, sir, not with razor burns on your damn face, sir. All right, you do not. All right. So I don't knock anybody's lifestyle. Whatever you have to do with that Bucci cat, that's up to you. I don't knock anybody, but don't call here criticizing us about what we're not doing is me.
Mind you, you're fat with a little.
Sir, Miss Nigga, okay? Because you're scrawny and bony.
How big is it, Papa? That's what we want to know.
No, don't worry about me, sir. I don't want no dealings with you, and I don't knock your lifestyle, sir. All right, I don't knock your lifestyle, but don't get mad at me because your balls fall in your bussy when you run and jog. That's your problem, sir. You're trying to project that onto me.
You're so
right, sir. Your balls play whack-a-mole with your bussy, so you got all types of problems over there. You don't know what to do. All right, Miss. But thank you so much. All right. Oh, a punk gonna sit up and tell us what we ain't doing in the streets. Come on. You need to be out there with the other men. Stop it. All right. All right. Anyway, let me go in here with my wife because now we're getting the weirdos calling up now. So yeah, it's exit time. It's really time to exit now, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Go to rootworkstyle.com. Get your Rootwork deodorant. Rootworkstyle.com, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm up out of here. Puppy Kute, Lola Vuve to the family. Peace.
When there is stank on the streets, there's only one man who will bring the heat.
Hey, Rootwork Jones, why you got to split, sugar?
These musty jive turkeys think it's a game out here. I got to get out here and show them I mean business. Can you dig it?
None of these smelly suckers can relax because Rootwork Jones is back. Is the return of Dolomust, the Sultan of Stank. His mission? To turn Harlem into a musty mecca.
I'm going to plant a must bomb in Harlem.
When it detonates, everyone in Harlem will be musty.
Rootwork Jones has to shake up the block. He has a limited time before the bomb drops.
Word on the street is Dolomontis men planted a bomb in a Cadillac in Harlem.
Thanks, Mama. Can Rootwork Jones find the bomb before it explodes?
Where is the Cadillac with the must bomb, sucker?
Or will the city go into musty mode?
It's a couple blocks over that way.
Rootwork Jones is behind the wheel, socking stanky suckers all in their grills. Come see Rootwork Jones in Musty Inferno. Go to rootworkstyle.com for more info. Sucker.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the Professor, and this is the moment of truth. And now the Friday Crime Report. Miami, Florida, Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. Police said a black United States Postal Service mail carrier was walking her route when a child approached her to collect mail. Then a racist white Latina woman told the child, "We don't talk to niggers." The postal worker responded by saying she was just delivering the mail. But the racist white Latino woman then sprayed the mail carrier with a water hose. The victim, according to police reports, then called the authorities, and the white Latina went back to her house, grabbed her purse, and went inside her SUV. Fearing for her life, the mail carrier crossed the street, but the white Latina intentionally sped her SUV towards her, causing her to put out her arms on the SUV and move back so she wouldn't get hit. The white Latina then reversed her SUV and tried to hit the victim again. The victim this time ran and took cover behind a parked vehicle. As she kept driving down the road, the white Latina made a U-turn and continued to accelerate towards the victim. The attacker then parked her vehicle, went inside her home, and said she had a gun and was going to shoot the victim. Eventually, the police came off of their donut break and actually responded to this call. The child of the white Latino told officers that they saw the attacker putting bullets in a gun while she was in the room. Officers then entered the home, but because the assailant in this case wasn't black, they made sure not to open fire. They took her in alive. They found a pellet gun with rounds, according to police reports. The racist attacker has been identified as 34-year-old Lourdes Maria Portugues. And of course, you won't be surprised to learn that this isn't this reprobate's first run-in with the law.
This isn't the first time the cops has come to the house, like to their house. It's happened many times.
Portuguese was arrested last year for battery and in 2024 on drug charges.
Records show that Portugues had been arrested at least twice, once in 2024 for battery, and one time before that for a drug-related charge. Now, this attempted murder has only been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Keep in mind, moron DeSantis has used his office to arbitrarily remove prosecutors for being, as he puts it, soft on crime. Well, why the hell is this reprobate not being charged with attempted murder? Because that's what this is. This is a prime example of a prosecutor refusing to apply the law, and yet the mouth of the South is silent now. He's not saying anything about this case, but then again, he hasn't said anything about tons of others just like it. But then again, as we all know, this is precisely the reason that Ron DeSantis and Chris Rufo were doing all of their stochastic terrorism against Black Floridians. It was meant to encourage precisely this kind of anti-Black violence. But it doesn't stop with those two degenerates, because the judge in this case is attempting to give a wink and a nod to this incident.
If the victim is still delivering mail at your home, you better avoid her and stay in your house or go the other way.
Now she sits in jail on a $15,000 bond, but she has since posted that bond and the judge did order her house arrest. So if we see her, we'll be sure to let you know what she says. But for now, I'm reporting from TGK Correctional Facility, Jolina Esperto, Local 10 News.
You got this woman named Mindy Glazer, who, because of her background, you would think, given the past remarks of Juliana Margulies and Michael Rappaport, that Judge Glazer would understand that this was a clear criminal act and that she would deny any sort of bail, especially in the allegedly tough-on-crime state of Florida. And yet Judge Glazer was only too eager to immediately give this criminal a $15,000 bond, and she wasn't even very bothered by the attempted murder at all. No outrage, not even mild disapproval. In fact, not even a single question about why is it that the prosecutors decided that they would have such a lowball charge. Keep in mind, this is the same Judge Mindy Glazer who went viral for a video in which she made a huge deal out of recognizing a defendant as having been a classmate from way back when. She also made headlines recently this month setting bail for a Hispanic student at the notorious racist cesspool of Florida International University, who's been in the headlines for their own white Hispanic students running anti-Black chat rooms where they coordinated with the Florida GOP to target Black Floridians and threaten their lives. Now, when they said something about Black people, there were no consequences. There were no charges, nothing. But in this case,
it's unfortunate because I'm assuming she's a senior and going to graduate soon, and now it's going to jeopardize her ability to graduate. And you're saying this is a joke, but to an objective person, it's not a joke, and there would be enough for probable cause. I'm not saying it's enough for beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't know what the state's going to be able to prove at trial, but for purposes of this hearing, I believe there is enough for probable cause.
You got this Hispanic female who made a joke about getting Benjamin Netanyahu to drop a bomb at one of their school-related functions, and Judge Glazer was outraged, I tell you, to the point that she declared that an objective person would unquestionably recognize that message as being a threat. That's who the judge is who decided to set bail in this case, and for all we know, she may well wind up being the individual who presides over it. But that just lets you know there is an open anti-Black policy that permeates not just the thugs in blue or the judiciary, but also a lot of these anti-Black racists on the street. And this incident also illustrates why racists like Ashley Gonzalez got absolutely no pushback or condemnation from that community. She wasn't some one-off. The only reason someone in that area had to make a pretense like they objected to this hate crime was because it was caught on video, and it happened to a federal worker. And this is not rare at all. It's just that this time it was actually caught on video. This person was causing trouble even for her own Latino neighbors, arrested multiple times, and yet no one was able to actually do anything about her. We'll continue with the moment of truth in just a moment, but first, a word from the official sponsor of Black Empowerment, Power Tools. There's no telling when something's going to come up, so make sure you carry your power tools at all times. You never know when you're going to need to bring the hammer down, or when you'll have some trash that needs to be blown away, or some obstacle that requires cutting down. Don't get caught empty-handed. Keep your hammer close by. Keep that leaf blower at the ready, and always carry your steel. Power tools, because no matter what your day job or side hustle may be, there's no excuse for not being ready to put in some work. You know, when a mail carrier is attacked in a particular area, it's not unheard of for the mail service to refuse to deliver to that area. The post office will simply tell the residents that they have to come to the local mail station to get their mail because nobody's going to deliver there. This has happened a number of times when mail carriers have been attacked by people's dogs, or you got individuals in the area who cause them to feel unsafe. What happens is they just tell the locals, no mail service for you. Y'all got to come into the office. That's what should happen here. No mail service for anyone in that area. And if they want to be upset with anyone, let them be upset with their neighbor and let them be upset with themselves for not having done anything about her before now. And there's absolutely no excuse about the Postal Service not making a stink on behalf of the victim. People forget that before the police murdered Breonna Taylor, the Louisville Police Department had antagonized the local postal inspector to the point that they refused to work with the police or to give them any information. That actually happened. And that's the reason why the Louisville police had to lie in order to get that fraudulent no-knock warrant. They lied and said that the same post office that refused to even talk to them were now telling them that suspicious packages were being sent to Breonna Taylor's apartment. Never mind the fact that the postal inspector for that area gave a number of interviews where he pointed out that he never said any such thing. So that says all you need to know, that the USPS is not refusing service to that area when they should, and the feds are not bringing charges for this attempt to murder a federal employee. And of course, being Ron DeSantis's Florida, the state attorney's office doesn't know whether or not this qualifies to be charged as a hate crime or not. They have to look at this and think it over, and they got to really dig to find out if whether or not you're trying to hit someone with your vehicle and kill them while screaming racial slurs counts as a hate crime. Gee, aren't the Republicans the ones who want laws to quote unquote protect cops and civil servants from people with cell phone cameras? After the murder of George Floyd, we saw a glut of GOP con men pushing all kinds of message legislation in various red states meant to make it a crime to video the police. Or in Louisiana, one redneck wanted to make it a crime to quote unquote disrespect the police, though that illiterate inbred predictably couldn't define what that even meant. There's laws specifically to protect people based entirely on what their line of work is, ridiculous as that concept is. Police and firefighters are covered by various laws. So why are they quiet about mail carriers being violently attacked? Because this isn't the only time something like this has happened. Last year, a white transgender Latino going by the name of Jaya Cruz went to a New York deli and without provocation stabbed a black mailman, Ray Hodges, to death. The family of the victim in that case had been assured by the Manhattan DA's office that there wouldn't be a plea deal for this criminal, but you can guess how that one turned out.
The DA's office confirms it was aware the family was opposed to any type of offer. Rice says she wanted the case to go to trial to get justice for her son, a father of two.
She got off too easy.
With Cruz's sentencing now set for May 28th, Rice and her family are left with no choice but to move forward.
Just like we saw with the murder of Ahmaud Arbery, these prosecutors will lie to black families' faces, but turn right around and offer a plea deal to the killers of their loved ones. Now, this Cruz creep is not some rich or connected person. This is just some violent weirdo off the streets. These intentional, deliberate refusals to apply the law when black people are harmed, that's not the result of money. It's not the result of influence, but rather a clearly understood practice among these prosecutors and judges that how a defendant is to be handled is based entirely on the color of their skin or the color of their victim. And it's not just mail carriers who we see this with either. We also see on a near monthly basis where some racist attacks a black delivery driver for FedEx, UPS, or DHL. Just 2 weeks ago in the same Florida, a white man pursued, attacked, and murdered a black FedEx driver simply because. Now, as we all know, this is not just unmotivated. It's the environment of racial violence that Ron DeSantis and Chris Rufo's anti-black racist rhetoric deliberately created. They pushed all their racial hysteria against black people precisely to embolden violent racists to carry out these kind of racist attacks. But of course, it's not just limited to the open-air sewer of Florida. There's been countless other incidents in other states across the country, like the two racist inbreds in Mississippi who chased after a black FedEx driver and were shooting at him. The judge in that case wanted to show his solidarity with those scums, so he just completely dismissed the charges on totally made-up grounds. The companies these black hate crime victims work for are multi-billion-dollar corporations, and yet these huge corporations don't do or even say anything to protect these employees because these employees are black. The mail carriers in the U.S. are disproportionately black. So the silence on the behalf of these private corporations is no different than the silence from the state and federal governments, and it's for the same reason. They want to make it de facto legal to assault or even kill black people by selectively refusing to enforce the laws whenever black people are attacked. And this is why we need an anti-black hate crime law specifically for us. We're being targeted and attacked left, right, and center by all kinds of people, and the government is deliberately covering for these criminals. And black people themselves also have a right to protect their lives. There is no law that says that a black person is just supposed to be in a shooting gallery or hoping that the racist in question can't run them over with their car, hoping that there's some sort of convenient vehicle nearby to save their lives. Black people, no matter what their occupation, are under no obligation to sit on their hands while these anti-black racists are attempting to run them over with cars, to assault them, to shoot at them, to try to murder them. Black people have the right to live, and they have the right to protect themselves from anyone who infringes upon that right. Because when you have these anti-black racists who are constantly taking it upon themselves that they're going to be harming black people simply for doing their jobs, they think to themselves that they're going to be killing black couriers and gunning them down the streets, then those black couriers who are simply trying to do their jobs have every right to deliver some lead. And that's this week's Friday Crime Report. Keep your eyes open and stay on alert, because there's a lot worse criminals out there than the ones the white corporate media chooses to show you. Good day, and be one. I'd like to take a moment to mention some of our contributors. Wandre Morris, Kay Chapman, Stay Positive, Angel Maynor, and Regina Nixon. Salute to them and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of you.
The American dream is no longer about home ownership, upward mobility, or a comfortable retirement. For an increasing number of citizens, it has been replaced by a desperate, high-stakes game of survival. While the Department of Housing reports that homelessness has officially surpassed levels seen during the 2008 global financial crisis, a staggering paradox has emerged. As families move into their vehicles at record rates, billionaire net worth has surged by 81%. This is not a coincidental shift in the economy, but rather a deliberate orchestration by institutional giants who have transformed a basic human necessity into a high-yield extraction machine. The crisis is most visible in the surreal degradation of living standards. In cities like San Francisco, workers are paying $700 a month for 4-foot-tall sleeping pods, while others, like 33-year-old single father Mr. Estrada, pay $750 monthly to live in a backyard shed with no running water. These are not individuals who have failed the system. They are bike store managers, nursing students, and grocery baggers. People working multiple jobs who simply cannot bridge the gap between their stagnant wages and a housing market designed for the top 0.1%. In a chilling display of wealth disparity, that tiny fraction of the population now controls enough capital to purchase every single home in the 25 largest American metro areas without taking on a cent of debt. This systemic squeeze is driven by unprecedented corporate consolidation. In the wake of the 2008 recession, tens of thousands of small builders vanished, allowing institutional giants to seize the reins. Today, the top 10 home builders capture nearly 45% of all new single-family home closings. However, the true corporate overlords sit even higher. Firms like BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street control over 25% of all voting shares in corporate America. When the same shareholders own the companies that build the homes and the firms that rent them, the incentive to build affordable housing disappears. Instead, they have artificially reduced the housing supply by roughly 150,000 units per year, favoring luxury developments with higher profit margins while the mainstream market starves. Perhaps the most heartbreaking casualty of this forced poverty model is the elderly. Baby boomers have become the fastest growing demographic entering homelessness, with their numbers projected to triple by 2030. Many are being priced out of homes they have owned for decades due to skyrocketing property taxes. Taxes that large institutional developers often avoid through lucrative pilot agreements that slash their own burdens by up to 80%. Simultaneously, private equity has aggressively moved into senior living facilities and manufactured home parks, the traditional last resort for affordable living. In one egregious instance, a Vietnam veteran saw her rent jump from $1,395 to $6,500 almost overnight after a corporate acquisition. Investors like Frank Rolfe have openly praised manufactured homes because the tenants can really tolerate rent increases, a predatory euphemism for the fact that these residents have nowhere else to go. The narrative of work hard and you'll succeed is further dismantled by the looming shadow of artificial intelligence. Despite 2025 seeing over 1 million layoffs without an official recession, tech billionaires continue to push for an AI-driven takeover to accelerate productivity. Data suggests that over half of U.S. companies are already cutting bonuses, raises, and base salaries to fund AI investments. The profits from this automation will remain private, padding the portfolios of the ultra-wealthy, while the social costs of mass unemployment and homelessness are socialized through crumbling public infrastructure and overfilled shelters. The psychological toll on the population is immense. A poll of 50,000 people revealed that 94% believe homelessness will continue to increase by 2030, a devastating metric of national confidence. Young adults in Gen Z are projected to pay upwards of $150,000 in rent by the time they turn 30, essentially transferring their entire early career wealth to billionaire landlords. Even those who do everything right, working multiple jobs, saving aggressively, and avoiding luxury, find themselves priced out by a mass migration of capital that turns small town homes into $500,000 assets overnight. While the situation feels insurmountable, there's a growing realization that the current bread and circuses model distracting the public with digital entertainment while gutting their economic stability, is losing its grip. The path forward lies in a return to community and a rejection of the systems that profit from this misery. It requires more than just political discourse. It demands active consumer boycotts of the very brands that exploit economic desperation. We cannot complain about billionaire overreach while 3 Amazon packages sit on the porch, or while spending hours on Meta-owned platforms. The elite have made it clear they do not care if the population thrives, as long as the salty snacks sell and the rent checks clear. Survival now depends on recognizing that mass homelessness is not a failure of the system. It is the intended outcome of a business model that treats human shelter as nothing more than a line item for shareholder returns.
Bringing that back and saying, hey, here's a certain standard you have to hit to do it. So I'm glad to see, more of a focus on activity, on fitness, and the president pushing it that way. Andy,
I think it's great. I think it's another another definition of deflection and him trying to move the needle in another place. But I do challenge Michael right now to an arm race to see how we can do. See how physically.
Someone's going to lose a rotator. I'm pretty sure. There's going to be another tear going on. We'll be right back here on Colorado Point of View. Stay there. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on Colorado Point of View. I'm Matt Morrow, joined by Michael Fields and Andy Boy. And very quickly before we go, gentlemen, I'm curious about your take on, there's a part of a voting bill that's going through the Colorado Capitol right now. It would clean up Colorado's elections laws, increase the time that mail ballots would go out so people would have them longer. But there's also a line in there that says if there's a vacancy in the U.S. Senate, the governor would have to appoint someone to fill that term from the same political party as the senator who is leaving. This raises a lot of questions. You have a U.S. senator right now who is running for governor. I'm curious why you think this came up in this bill that does a lot of other elections-related things. Andy?
So I don't have an explanation for it. I think it's an odd place to put a bill. I also think it's an odd subject, particularly because, let's say Bennett wins, he's obviously going to appoint a Democrat. And I think it's very interesting that even, Republicans might be behind some of this because they're so far behind in statewide races in Colorado. But I don't see why this is logical at all.
Make any sense to you? No, I think I agree with Andy. I don't think Bennett's going to come in and appoint Tina Peters or something. So I don't know why they're doing it.
If Jared Polis were to make that appointment, this is all assuming that Michael Bennett would win the primary, then win the governor's race. Could he
maybe it's a
potentially
Polis.
appoint
Maybe it's I don't think so, but
okay,
potentially.
All right, very quickly here, gentlemen, what's on your mind, Andy?
Sure. I think it's interesting that the Pentagon has released information now that apparently all these charges and all these investigations are going to be dropped against Senator Mark Kelly. And they see them as ludicrous was their word they used. So I'm surprised that the Court of Appeals used the language they did, but they've adamantly reject anything against Senator Mark Kelly.
All right, Michael. And there's a bill at the Capitol that is trying to undermine a transportation ballot measure that's probably going to be on the ballot this year. And the problem I have with it is the legislature going in, trying to not allow people to give a vote on something, let them decide, try to educate them, but don't try to undermine it before it even gets to them.
And quickly, just a little more perspective and substance on that. I believe that a voter approved measure, if it gets approved, it would force that some money for transportation go to roads, right?
Yeah, so roads, general fund money would go to roads. But again, make that argument on what else it would be taken away from, et cetera. But yes, that's what it would do.
We'll see what happens with it. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us. Catch us online for our Election Extra right after this. We'll see you next week here on Colorado Point of View.
Do you know what it's like when the system gives up on you and the world treats you like you don't matter?
I've been going to housing options every day, and that's all they've been saying is basically come back tomorrow, come back tomorrow, come back tomorrow.
I was pushing. I needed to know what time it was, so I went up to ask this woman what time it was. She's like, "Oh, get away from me! I don't have any money. Leave me alone." I'm like,
they've been walking by. They've been spitting at me. They've called me a junkie. They've called me a drinker.
Hello, everyone. Have you ever wondered what life feels like when it seems like the whole world has turned its back on you? Today in Los Angeles, people experiencing homelessness will share what that reality truly looks and feels like. This is a tense and revealing journey into how the system works and how the homeless community is often treated. So take a moment to prepare yourself. Let's begin.
I've been homeless the last 3 weeks now because I've been going to housing options every day for the last since till 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's all they've been saying is basically come back tomorrow, come back tomorrow, come back tomorrow.
They were trying to put some more housing for us, the ones that are down and out. Like they would try to help us, but it's like everywhere that we try to go or anywhere we try to do, it's like everything's shut down this, and then you go into a program, people think that they're better than you, and then it's not right. You know what I mean? If you want the help, you can get the help, but it's gonna take a minute for you to get it. If you want to get help, then you could get the help, but it takes a long time for you to get it, and that's why I don't understand.
Yeah, you actually caught me on one of the rare days where I sleep in the shelter, because when I work, I don't go to the shelter because you're supposed to be there like around 5:30-ish or early hour. So if you have any job that doesn't allow you to get there at about 5 o'clock, you're not going to be let into a shelter. Maybe that's some people don't know about that. Yeah. But, you know, I work evening shifts, and even when I get out in the daytime, I get out of work at about 4 o'clock if I work a daytime shift. And by the time I would get back to this area, it'd be 6 o'clock and there's no bus to pick me up. And so, you know, I sleep outside anyway.
Right.
And I've talked to people who have been in prison, and they said that it feels like being back in prison.
Yeah.
You know, you have these people just barking and yelling at you, and, you know,
you got to stand in line for everything. You kicked out early in the morning.
Stand in line for hours for everything.
Hours for everything.
You know, you just stand in line for 2 hours to get admitted, and then,
yeah.
You're up at 4:30 in the morning, you're kicked out, and nothing's ever consistent.
Shelters were meant to be a place of help, a place people could turn to when they had nowhere else left to go. But for many homeless people, reaching out for that help often leads to the same response. Not today, come back tomorrow, maybe there will be space later. That is where one of the biggest problems begins. Many shelters are already full, and the waiting lists can stretch on for months. For some people, that wait can feel endless. They ask for safety, but instead they are left standing outside, told to keep trying again. Even for those who do get in, shelter does not always feel like a real solution. It can feel more like a system of survival with rules that are hard to live under. Fixed check-in times, early wake-ups, and strict curfews create another barrier, especially for homeless people who are still trying to hold on to a job. If they need to leave before sunrise for work or come back late after a shift, the shelter schedule may not fit their reality at all. In some cases, the very place that is supposed to provide stability ends up making stable work even harder to keep. And then there is what some people say life inside those shelters actually feels like. When asked more deeply, some former residents describe an environment filled with long lines, constant waiting, and rules controlling almost every part of the day. A few have even said it felt worse than jail, not because it was meant to punish them, but because of the way they were spoken to, watched, and ordered around. So while shelters are created to help, their biggest weakness is often the gap between their purpose and the reality people experience inside them. When there are not enough beds, when the waiting lists are too long, and when the rules make ordinary life harder instead of easier, shelter stops feeling like a way out and starts feeling like another form of hardship. For that exact reason, many homeless people choose to stay outside rather than return to a shelter that feels overcrowded, restrictive, or impossible to fit around the reality of daily life. Sleeping on the street may be harsher and more uncertain, but to some, it still feels like the only way to keep a sense of freedom, protect what little they have, or hold on to a job without constantly fighting the rules of the shelter system. And of course, that choice brings another layer of hardship with it, because once someone is left outside, every basic part of life becomes more fragile, more exhausting, and far more difficult to escape. The difficulties of living on the streets.
And just the hard part was just becoming part of society again. It's like they didn't want me. They didn't want me to be part of their society anymore. So I just decided, fuck it. I'm going to sleep in a tent. I'm going to do what I love for a living. You know, fuck society. That's the way I feel. Most people, all they care about is themselves. You could be standing there on the corner bleeding and people just drive by you. And they wouldn't want no part of it. They wouldn't want no part of the drama. I walked up to a woman once to ask her what time it was. I was pushing. I needed to know what time it was. So I went up to ask this woman what time it was. She's like, oh, get away from me. I don't have any money. Leave me alone. I'm like, I don't want it. She's like, just get away from me. Go. And it hurt, man. It's like, damn.
They've been walking by. They've been spitting at me. They've called me a junkie. They've called me a drinker. I don't drink. I don't take drugs. That's what I do is smoke cigarettes. And then I've been called all sorts. I've been called, get a job, get this, do that, get off your ass. Well, I haven't got nothing and I haven't got nobody to help me. So what could I do? How can I get the help? Where can I get a job? Because as soon as someone finds out you're homeless and you've got a blanket in your hand, that's it. You're an automatic junkie. You're an automatic waste of space. As soon as you got a blanket in your hand in the street, you're an automatic waste of space. I didn't carry a blanket with me for 2 weeks because I was embarrassed just to carry a blanket. But no, I got in the end, I got so cold I didn't really care about embarrassment. I had to carry a blanket. I had to wrap up in the street in a blanket. And they think you're weird because you're in the street with a blanket around you. No, it's because I'm freezing cold and I got nowhere else to go. You can't brush your teeth. You can't wash your hands. You go into a restaurant and they find out you're homeless. Whoa, the barriers are up. You gotta leave that building. You gotta leave that restaurant because you're homeless. I've been up walking around for 3 weeks, for 3 days. My feet are hurting that much. I've had to sit down and just try and sleep. I've had to try and sleep in the middle of the street. That's how desperate I am just to sleep.
You know, I think that there's demonic spirits around that causes people to do things out here. That, you know, it kind of hovers over a camp, you know, and it just makes all the couples fight all the time. I mean, I've seen that here. Where they just fight and they fight and they fight to the point where they want, you know, when they're hitting on each other. You know, some really bad people that are just bad because they're just bad. You know, they've been bad and they're going to be bad and they're going to be ugly and they're going to do whatever they want to. It's hard. It's hard out here, man. It's not for anybody. It's not for everybody.
One time I was drinking at my friend's. This guy, he just got released from penitentiary for murder. And I got so drunk. Apparently, I went to him, yo, give me a fucking puff of crack. He lost it. He broke my arm. It was broken in 3 places.
Crazy.
He grabbed my friend's shotgun. He was apparently hitting me. I was knocked out. That's a dangerous situation I have ever had.
I've had people follow me with guns, like locked up in rooms. Like it's just, you know, I've had a lot of bad stuff has happened.
Your possessions with you. I mean, all your possessions, you know, with you, because if you leave them somewhere, the likelihood of them getting stolen is almost certain. My sleeping bag, my blankets for the night, I'm gonna put them, stash them in this place, and cross my fingers and hope that they don't get stolen. That's tough. And then especially when you're out here, because you don't know anything. You don't know who to trust. You don't know how dangerous it is. You don't know how regular people, you know, are going to treat you. Because, I mean, I remember last year, there were people setting tents on fire with people sleeping on them, like on the strip of the street. People were blowing up RVs. I remember seeing in Silmar, for example. Yeah. Someone got acid thrown in their face in Highland Park. Yeah. 3 people got stabbed within a week right here on this beach, Santa Monica, right here. Yeah. And then there's countless things that happen on Venice Beach right there that don't ever even make the news.
Life on the street is hard in ways most people will never fully understand. Once someone becomes homeless, they are no longer seen the same way. People stop looking at them like a person and start looking at them like a problem. The moment someone sees a homeless person, the reaction is often fear, disgust, or immediate judgment. That alone says a lot about how deeply damaged the image of homelessness has become in the public mind. But that fear did not appear out of nowhere. Even people inside the homeless community often admit that the streets can be filled with danger. They talk about theft, addiction, violence, manipulation, and all kinds of unstable behavior. If the people living in that world can see how dangerous parts of it have become, then it is not hard to understand why the public sees it too. That does not mean every homeless person is the same, and it would be wrong to treat them that way. But the truth is, the worst behavior always gets the most attention. And, in the end, it is the homeless people who are still trying to survive with dignity, stay out of trouble, and hold themselves together who pay the price for an image they did not create. What is the drug crisis like here?
From the past 3 years, I lost 3 friends from opiate overdose. That's crazy. Me, I OD'd like altogether. Today I overdosed twice. And yeah, one time I tried to kill myself. I injected big amount of fentanyl in a park, in a little bush, so no one will find me. I'm sorry, I just don't want to live like this anymore. Every day I want to do the drug because I go through withdrawal. If I don't take it, I get sick. That's why I'm stuck.
I think I didn't really realize that I had a dependency until I started using heroin. The first thing that I noticed was that I couldn't sleep. And then once I got a dose, like I could go to bed, So it was an insomnia thing. And then it progressed from there. I didn't, start using like harder drugs until I was 23. Probably I started doing opiates at that age. So I don't know, maybe subconsciously I used it on pain. I think when I started using it was just more about having fun, I liked the way it felt. I shot up for probably like 8 years or 9 years. I stopped though. My body can't take it anymore, so I had to switch back to smoking. And I went to treatment a couple years ago. My tolerance went down enough that when I got out, I could smoke it and still feel it. So
I used to say to myself that I'll never do needles, but I finally got so depressed I wanted to try.
The only thing it did was it brought down my inhibitions and brought up my confidence. When I first started taking pills and got hooked on them, I didn't know that they were addictive. I had no idea. And I remember one day I was going to my friend's house to play cards with his wife, and my boyfriend and I were going to play cards with him and his wife. And I decided not to take any pills that day. And that's when I first realized I feel awful. I feel like I have the flu. I feel so bad. And I decided to take half a pill. And I was like, all right, I feel much better. I want to go and play cards. And that's when it hit me that, wow, I need to take this now.
People get into drugs because they're running away from something that they can't face.
Substance abuse in Los Angeles is not a side issue anymore. It has become one of the clearest signs of how deep the city's social crisis really runs. Even though Los Angeles County saw a sharp drop in overdose deaths in 2024, with overall drug overdose deaths down 22% and fentanyl-related deaths down 37%, fentanyl still remained the leading driver of accidental overdose deaths, which shows the danger has eased but has not disappeared. And the problem is not limited to opioids. Methamphetamine continues to weigh heavily on Los Angeles as well, to the point that the Los Angeles Times described the city as having a serious meth problem that affects both homelessness and crime, while LAist reported that treatment options for unhoused people addicted to stimulants are still extremely limited. That is what makes substance abuse in Los Angeles so difficult to talk about honestly. It is not just about drugs. It is about people falling through too many cracks at once, housing instability, untreated mental health struggles, weak access to recovery, and a public system that still moves too slowly for a crisis this visible. In a city this large and this wealthy, addiction should not be allowed to keep spreading in plain sight while real treatment remains so hard to reach. And at some point, a harder question starts to surface. If this problem has become so visible, so destructive, and so impossible to ignore, then why does it still feel like the response is so weak? Why does it seem like the government is always reacting to the damage instead of stopping it earlier? Why are these substances still able to spread so deeply through communities that are already hanging by a thread? From a personal point of view, that is one of the most frustrating parts of this crisis. People look at what is happening on the streets of Los Angeles and naturally ask why there is not a stronger line, a clearer sense of control, or more serious intervention before lives begin to fall apart. What do they want outsiders to understand?
Even if they are on drugs, why are they on drugs? Were they on drugs before they even got out here?
Right.
Because it's very mentally straining out here. And you know what? Just don't be so quick to judge, you know? This is a human issue we're dealing with as well.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. People are going through a lot of pain right here, you know, and just be mindful of that and get to know them. If you really want to know, then ask, you know. Yeah. I'll just say personally, when people say, I don't get why, I kind of feel like, well, did you really want to find an answer? Or are you just saying that kind of like, well, just equality across the board, across humankind, where, you know, people weren't judged from where they come from, that we had a society where, you know,
Everybody's treated equal.
Everybody's just treated equally, because we're not. We're not treated equally. We live in a society that judges people.
But choose to hold our morals and our scruples, and you know, like we don't steal, we don't, you know, go do stupid shit like these other guys just run around loose and rampant in it, you know. But it puts a stigma on us, and then they say, oh well, everybody that's homeless is like that. That's not true. That's far from true. Far from true. So I choose to live my life to show people that you can, you know, live out here and you know, be a decent person and still survive, thrive.
Sometimes I want to go to a place where I'm helping, like I'm letting people know, don't do drugs. I would tell them to not do drugs and be good in school.
You're always blaming it on something else or hoping, but in reality, you attract what you project. So if you know deep down you want to still keep getting high, you're gonna still keep getting high. And if you don't want to keep getting high, you're not gonna want to get high, and you won't. It's just the law of attraction. If you really don't want it, it won't happen. If you do want it, it will happen. Treatment's only going to work if you want it to work. Say that it gets you high, but it's all a lie. It's all a facade. Just like when you make movies, it's all glamour and makeup. It does not get you high. It's definitely not fun, and it's not going to make you look good.
Not every homeless person is dangerous, irresponsible, or beyond saving. That is one of the biggest mistakes people make when they look at homelessness from a distance. Yes, some people on the street are struggling in ways that can be hard to understand, but many others are simply trying to hold themselves together in the middle of a life that has already fallen apart. Some are trying to stay sober, some are trying to keep a job, some are trying to protect their children, their health, or the last pieces of dignity they still have left. So no, homelessness should never be romanticized, but it should not be reduced to a stereotype either. The truth is, most people are far closer to hardship than they want to believe. One job loss, one medical emergency, one broken relationship, one unpaid rent payment, and life can begin to unravel faster than anyone expects. That is why judgment comes so easily, but compassion matters more. We do not know how much pain a person has carried, how many doors have already closed on them, or how hard they are fighting just to make it through another day. The least we can do is remember that being homeless does not make someone less human. They still deserve respect. They still deserve decency, and they still deserve to be seen as people, not as something to fear, avoid, or look down on, because the line between stability and struggle is thinner than most of us would ever like to admit. Thank you for staying with this story until the end. If this video meant something to you, please like, share, and subscribe to support more real stories from the streets of America. See you in the next episode.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the Professor, and this is the Moment of Truth. And now the Friday Crime Report. Houston, Texas, Monday, May 4th, 2026, 5:30 p.m. Matthew Mitchell was a former pharmaceutical CEO. His wife, T. Mitchell, was a prominent figure in Houston's hospitality scene and had recently been named the 2025 Greater Houston Restaurateur of the Year. The couple also had 2 children, 8-year-old Maya and 4-year-old Max. In October 2019, they opened Traveler's Table, a popular restaurant that put a modern spin on global dishes like pad thai and Jamaican jerk pork. In 2024, they opened a second restaurant, Traveler's Cart. And because they weren't black, they didn't have the local Houston authorities calling themselves bringing all kinds of nuisance regulations against them in an effort to shut down their businesses. And as a result, they were able to enjoy all kinds of financial rewards and status that went along with their success. But apparently something was very, very wrong in this relationship. And that something was Matthew Mitchell. In what many people would later call a harbinger of what was to come, on April 24th, 2026, T. Mitchell posted a video on Instagram alongside Matthew with a caption about growing old together, which has since been described as a chilling foreshadowing. Sunday night, May 3rd, 2026 would be the last time that the family was seen or heard from by anyone else. On the afternoon of Monday, May 4th, 2026, a babysitter and a family member grew concerned after they were unable to reach the Mitchells. At around 5:30, Houston's police department arrived at the family home in the 2100 block of Kingston Street for a welfare check. That was when they discovered inside the residence 4 individuals unresponsive with gunshot wounds. It was Matthew, T, and their 2 children. The next day, local news outlets began to identify the couple. Community members and restaurant staff started leaving tributes at the scene. The Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences confirmed the identities and the cause of death. It was determined that Matthew Mitchell fatally shot his wife and children before turning the gun on himself. Traveler's Table and Traveler's Cart released a statement requesting privacy while remaining open to honor the traveler's legacy. And just when you thought that was as tragic as the story could get, you'd be wrong. Early reports indicate that T. Mitchell was pregnant at the time of her murder. Investigations found no prior records of domestic violence calls to the residence or any history of criminal investigations involving the couple. Obviously, this is a horrifying incident, and the white media is not giving this the wall-to-wall coverage that they gave to another recent mass murder of children. I can only guess that they must be honoring the request of the Traveler's Table and Traveler's Cart staff who asked for privacy during this time. But I think everyone is well aware of the recent incident in Louisiana where a man killed 8 children, with 7 of them being his own. That was about a man who was a veteran and he had profound mental problems. There's been a bunch of rumors circulating online about drugs and a ton of other things that the man might allegedly have been into, but we can all agree that's no excuse. There's no amount of narcotics in the world that makes a man kill 8 kids. Now, in that case, the authorities in Louisiana said that the mass murder stemmed from a domestic dispute, though they still haven't been able to give a motive for it or to explain what exactly caused it. Now, this crime report is not necessarily a commentary on Matthew Mitchell's racial privilege because there's no reports that he had any priors, and it's not clear whether that would have made a difference in this case or not. But what it is a commentary on the coverage that this case has gotten compared to the mass murder of children in Louisiana. Both circumstances are nearly the same. The only difference is the number of children who were killed. But to me, when it comes to children losing their lives, that becomes a distinction without a difference. In one case, the white media unanimously reported on one individual as being a monster, which I have no problem with. But in the other case, the reporting's been far more muted, almost sympathetic. A man who kills 8 children is a monster. And so is a man who kills 2 children, including one still in the womb. Yes, there should be expressions of sympathy, and people should be emotional because children have lost their lives. That's certainly worth it. But there should also be the condemnation, because why would one be worthy of it but the other one not? And Matthew Mitchell was a former pharmaceutical CEO. And that's interesting to me because in the years since the CEO of United Healthcare was killed, no one's made the connection between this murder, even though Matthew was a pharmaceutical CEO. Nobody's insinuating that because he was part of Big Pharma, that he had no concern for human life because the industry that he's in has no concern for human life. Nobody making those kind of connections. And these things matter because the narrative that these kind of atrocities don't happen here is completely and thoroughly false.
This type of thing just doesn't happen here in this neighborhood.
What the people who utter that kind of phrase really mean is, we think we're above this kind of thing. That doesn't happen in our safe, clean neighborhoods, but as I've documented here, these things happen in places like that all the time. Now, the reason that this case did make some headlines is because it happened in Houston. Unlike those other incidents where it happens in some suburb or some rural hamlet and the white media can usually bury it by not even covering it. Because the way that I describe Matthew Mitchell is the exact same way the white media presented him, as primarily a former pharmaceutical CEO and a successful restaurateur. The white media reported about his business ventures and how he was a corporate executive. They also talked about him doting on his wife and children. Yeah, doting on his wife and children before he murdered them. Just like the Las Vegas mass murder, all the white media talked about with that guy was his being a businessman too. All too often, the goal of the white media is not to merely humanize certain mass murderers, but to actively try to get people to identify with them. They tell people that the killer was a businessman before they even tell you that he murdered his own children. I'm not going to say whether this latest atrocity could have necessarily been prevented. We don't know. We'll never know. But the one thing that we can be sure of is that these killers are supposed to be treated with total contempt, because that makes the difference between whether the killer is understood to be a monster or if someone's trying to low-key palm them off as merely a victim of circumstance. And I think that it matters, because as frequently as the United States has these mass murders take place, the country only seems to actually pause and take notice, tragically, when children are the victims. That's when people start asking some sort of questions. They don't just shrug it off as, oh, well, we're used to it now. You never get used to the deaths of children. Though the country has become all too accustomed to these killers being mollycoddled by the white media. And I'm sure that there's going to be people who take umbrage to the points that I'm making. After all, it was children who were killed in this latest bloodbath in Houston. And that being the case, they're going to say, well, what the media says about the killer really isn't that important because he's beyond punishment at this point anyway. What we should be doing is giving nothing but expressions of support and sympathy for the deceased. I agree with that. The problem is the white media is trying to have it both ways. They're the ones muddying the waters when these kind of things occur. The white media, in spite of itself, did manage some respectful reporting about the children who were killed in Louisiana, though I, for one, would also appreciate it if that same white media would actually spare some coverage for the black children who die as a result of infant mortality in these apartheid kill factories that they call hospitals. Those children's lives matter as well. And no, this is not me politicizing these tragedies. This is me attempting to put how the white media treats these incidents into proper perspective. Because unfortunately, we are going to be seeing it again, but what we won't be seeing is the white media changing its color-coded coverage. Even now, after this latest act of carnage, you got those who are going to be saying that, well, what we should be doing right now, in fact, the only thing we should be doing at a moment like this is to show that we owe it to the dead to pay our respects. Well, as Voltaire once wrote, it is to the living we owe our respect. To the dead, we owe only the truth. And that's this week's Friday Crime Report. Keep your eyes open and stay on alert, because there's a lot worse criminals out there than the ones the white corporate media chooses to show you. Good day, and be one. I'd like to take a moment to mention some of our contributors: David White, Norman Tucker, Colin Dozier, Deborah Cooper, and Jermaine Van. Salute to them and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of you.
Tonight, President-elect Trump's administration's
That's news from a year ago. Shit, I gotta get to the Unhoused never news. I'm just gonna end it here. Figure out what I'm gonna do next. But I appreciate y'all tapping in. Doing this Friday for Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chase. Thanks everybody that tapped in. That's Lady Che. Let's turn it on. That's Lady Chain. Shout out to V. Val Hawkins. Shout out to Got Snobby. Shout out to Hypocrisy. Shout out to Kahari, Black Joe, Fresh Always, Sab Sab, and Fresh Always. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Man, no live now. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Peace. Peace, love, light, reparation, separation, and delineation from Black empowerment, sharing criminal, signing out from the mile high income, and legal money for the city. Peace.